Act 1. Greed and hypocrisy leading to a genocidal world war. Then post-war injustice and hysteria. A boom. A crash. Totalitarianism. Act 2. Greed and hypocrisy leading to a genocidal world war. Post-war injustice and hysteria. A boom. A crash. Totalitarianism. Act 3. Greed and hysteria. A boom, a crash. I don't dare continue. Totalitarianism. Again, yes. But never before has mankind been confronted by the problem of surviving global death, total death, the doubting of reality, and overall a well-bred paranoia. Totalitarianism.
Okay.
And our personal antidotes. Dope. Marking time. And making money. Making it. Turning on. Turning off. Dope, 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 dope. The facts are potent enough. The facts are potent enough. The facts are potent enough.
Alrighty, let's get fucking started. Let's do a live stream. I'm ready to stream, kind of. I'm ready for it. Let me just do this. All right, here we are. We're streaming. So what the fuck happened with hold on. Let me turn on the overlay really quick. There we go. Oh, wrong overlay. Excuse me, sir. There we go. Let's see here. And you got to stream elements here, activity feed, and blah blah blah. Hey, Tinflix, thank you for the follow. Okay. So, how do we even begin today? Like, genuine question. How do we begin today? All of the drama popped off in like the past, I don't know, 12 hours. It's like unfucking real how everything popped off in like the past 12 hours. Let's see if we can. I've got an idea. Oh my god, this fucking. Okay, let's see here. So first off, Vaush hate. Oh, I'm in caps lock. Oh, fuck me. Vaush hates woman based. Has got Jebaited. Or that's his sock account. Ah, motherfucking. What? Fuck, there were like 5 or 6 things happening on the timeline. Oh, there was the demon mama tripling down Um, you should thank Chud for that. He's never straight. Yeah. I know. I actually All right, cool. Now, one thing that I want to learn how to do really quick, okay? And this is for you guys' benefit. So I don't want to hear any complaining from the 3 people watching the YouTube streams, okay? Okay, if I go to stream elements, because I got a little treat, okay? We got Jar Jar, Trump, Alex Jones, and Duke Nukem back on the TTS. But I want to make sure, how do I do chat commands? Custom commands. How do I make the bot work in on YouTube chat? Because I don't think if I type in !point Discord. Nope, it doesn't put it into the chat. That's fucking ridiculous. I have no fucking clue. How do I make it work? Command variables? Hold on. Custom commands. Activate command. Okay, let me try. Okay, no. It just doesn't work. Okay, I don't know how to do it. That sucks ass. Oh well. We'll just have to live without it. But there are fun things that you can do with it. Like if you go to, well, I guess not you guys, because you guys are plebs that don't have access to the fun TTS. But first, let's make David Attenborough the default, and then I want to test out. Let's test out Jar Jar. One second. I want to test something here. Okay, let me see if this works.
I am attracted to Donald Trump in a sexual way.
Thank you, Jar Jar. I really appreciate that.
Based! Fucking works. You can just test out the little, you can just test them out right there. Okay, I'm done. We'll actually do things now. So how do we even begin? I think... Hey, thank you. Okay, I just have to find Cat Black on... Okay. So who knows who Cat Black is? All I know about Cat Black is that she is I almost said a VTuber, a bread tuber who makes YouTube videos. I don't think I've ever watched any of them, if I'm completely honest. But she's, 450,000 subscribers. She's pretty big. She has the fucking check mark, right? She has the check mark on fucking Twitter. Okay. It doesn't look like she uploads like super often, right? Like often enough to still be in the algorithm, but not enough to be, making bukus of money off of it, right? Are we reading all 100 of her tweets? I think what my plan is, I want to read the tweets until I can't take it anymore. The reason that I just for the cut of the, well, hold on, I'm scared she's gonna retweet some like lewd stuff. I don't know what the fuck those pictures were. Oh, it's like music videos. Why the fuck is she tweeting out music videos? What is this, fucking MySpace in 2004? What the fuck? Okay. Oh my god, she's been tweeting like a motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with her? She's experiencing psychosis right now. Holy shit. Okay, I don't think she's gonna retweet any lewds. She skipped some of her DMs with Vaush for some reason. We'll get to that. I think my understanding is that there was some lewd messaging that went on at some point or another, and now they're they're past that. Okay. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, all right, I know there's not very many people watching because we're on YouTube, but the more people that like the live stream, the more people will come through into chat. All right, so like the live stream. All right. I don't like to like post my shit all over the place, so I'm not going to be like posting it into any other Discords or anything and begging people for views or anything. So I'm just saying, let's game the fucking algorithm. Let's fucking use the like buttons, all right? And we'll get into other people's feeds that way. Where is... Oh shit. Well, here's the last one that I left off on. Okay, I didn't read any of it. I just was skimming through some of the quote tweets, and I saw this one. That's funny as fuck. Good lord, she says that she's not online anymore, but she's spent probably the past 20 hours unbelievably online. I'm sorry, 18 hours. Apologies. Oh my god, holy shit. Okay, so this is the original post that started it all. Okay? Okay, so let's just ignore who posted this and said this. I'm kind of curious to hear from transgender women if you feel like this is a helpful defense for you. Completely overlooking whether you like this person or not objectively, you think you are helped by this? Now, I don't know about you guys. This comes off a little bit aggro towards Vaush, you know? I don't think that this could be read in any other way than, like, all the trans women that are defending Vaush. Do you really think that you're being helped by this, right? You're just like sitting there and defending him even though he's being misogynistic. That's kind of the way that it comes off, at least to me. All right. This garnered a reaction. Okay. This is the first tweet thread. This is the first tweet thread. It's the first one. And it's still pretty long, right? So we'll read the first one, okay? We're gonna read them until we can't fucking stand it anymore. How's it going, Casey? Here, 1 second. Let's get some fitting music in the background, okay? Fitting music? I don't know. Meme misogyny is cringe. Meme misogyny can be cringe. Okay? I think it's still fine, though. We'll get into that, though. Okay? I'm so sorry. 1 second. Do they have a distortion on the fucking marimba or like glockenspiel, whatever the fuck that is? Listen to that for a second. That's cool as fuck. Holy shit. That's dope as fuck. They put a fucking distortion pedal on the fucking like xylophone marimba, whatever the fuck it is. That's awesome, dude. Okay, sorry. I just looked over for the first time and watched it. I didn't realize that that noise was being made by a fucking marimba before. What the fuck is going on? Okay, cool. Now we got it. So, I'm asking because even if my best friend said something like this in my defense, it would nick the back of my neck because I don't know what that means, but because it's misogyny, and as a woman, that would just really bother me. And while maybe there's a part of me that might appreciate the desire to defend me, I would probably feel like this wasn't a great person, or wasn't a person I could fully trust. I think we've long established that apparently this approach doesn't gel with me because I'm out of touch with current internet trends, but I'm really curious how other trans women feel about this, completely ignoring who posted it and your feelings about that person. So, you know what? I think that it's good that she's trying to distance Vaush from it. I don't think that you really can in this situation. Oh, thank you, John. I really appreciate that. Everything happened. All of it happened yesterday. All right. So I'm all for it here. I'm all for telling transphobes to shut the fuck up because yeah, they should. But there's a long history of silencing women that would make me negatively respond to someone saying that women should speak less and their opinions do not matter because they are women. Good fucking God, it's so long. I'm asking. She keeps on asking things, right? And we understand that you're asking. Apparently these tactics are productive for some people. Apparently many people find these tactics to be helpful to their case or cause. I'm trying to understand why because I have a hard time seeing it that way. I'm often criticized for not entirely dismissing TERF talking points. It's TERF with an E, you idiots. Well, Tornado King, you should have been here yesterday, all right? I needed mods right then. If we start getting more people in chat, then I'll move on from the 4 mods that we have on YouTube, okay? Oops. I'll probably mod you here in a little bit, all right? Blah, 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 blah. Do you think Contra is salty that JK responded to Vaush and not her? If she... well, the thing is, JK Rowling probably didn't know that Contra was a trans woman. And so to see an actual woman responding to her, she wasn't going to, you know, do that XX chromosome on XX chromosome violence on the internet, right? If she knew that she was trans, though, she probably would have quote tweeted her and said that this was like the downfall of mankind or some shit. I don't fucking know. But the gist of this is her kind of vaguely railing against Vaush while also trying to distance Vaush from the whole thing, and you know, it's just kind of, you know, it's kind of cringe. Here's the long one. If you thought that tweet thread... Now listen, if you thought that tweet thread was fucking long... If we were on Twitch, I would just do like the auto scroll here and play the Star Wars theme behind it because the fucking intro is just like let it scroll up, but we'll get fucking copyright striked for that. So we'll just sit here, we'll go down. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, see, it does continue. This is fucking absurd. I can't believe it's still going. I didn't know that. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. Did she add more? Okay. Finally. I think we're at the end. Yes. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just saw a really good meme.
Wow, that's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them.
Perfect. I cannot fucking believe. How many are there? I ain't reading all that. I'm happy for you though. Or sorry that happened. And listen, that's just, this is the second tweet thread. There is a third. There is a third. There's a third. Oh my god. I'm fucking appalled. I don't give a fuck about this at all. Listen, I'm not reading all that shit, okay? I'm not reading all that shit. We'll skim through it, but Vaush and Cat Black used to sext with each other. And now they're just like duking it out on Twitter. And we're not going to read all of Cat Black stuff because this is just one part of a war on women that Vaush is committing right now, all right? Much like the Russians are invading Ukraine, all right? Vaush is invading the Twitter spaces of women and he's conquering them. He is leaving none alive before him, all right? He will not back down. He will not. Is there updates on Haas and Zerker breaking up? We'll get into that later. I don't know about that. I didn't know that I was under the impression that they were chill again, but whatever. One second. So let's try and unpack this. I wish that we were on Twitch for this because we would have more people to you know, go back and forth with on in chat, but I think it's absurd that anyone who knows anything about Vaush thinks he was serious about the be quiet and more apologetic challenge when it was so obvious that it was a complete opposite of the feminist. Yeah, I know. I understand, right? And that was my position at first. All right? That was my position at first. I was all, you know, I think that obviously this is just, you know, some like cringy shit, you know? This is just some cringy shit. People are woke scolding, whatever. But, you know, like, I think at literally seeing Vaush fight with literally everyone on this, fighting with, also, how's it going, Abaddon? seeing Vaush fight with fucking ContraPoints on it and Cat Black and fucking literally every single woman that approaches him, you know? I agree. I think that more people should be more quiet and more apologetic, right? Talk less, listen more, all right? And I think that the ironic misogyny is totally fucking fine and funny sometimes, right? Especially like coming from someone like Vaush or I would hope coming from me, right? People know that I am not a sexist person, right? I would hope that people understand that I'm like a progressive person, that all the like, you know, more bigoted humor or edgy humor is all in jest, you know? This will reunite Vaush and Destiny. Hey, you know what? You never know. After him and Demon Mama had a fallout, anything is possible, right? They're starting crap with them over the stupidest thing. Now, this is my steel man for them, okay? This is me being charitable to all the people that are being mean to Vaush, okay? The fact that J.K. Rowling was able to weaponize his tweet was bad, right? But I think that people are less mad about what he actually said and more mad about the effects of it that he could not have seen happening, because, you know, it's not... It's like unbelievable that someone would be quote tweeted by J.K. Rowling and also featured in Reuters in a fact check where they have to, like, you know, email an actual journalistic institution to tell them, no, I don't fuck little kids in Ukraine. You know, I think that these are not things that people really expect to have to deal with, you know? So, yeah, I understand why people might be angry, just in regards to, you know, the effects of it, but the reality of the situation is they wouldn't be mad if J.K. Rowling never found it, right? He wouldn't be getting all this heat. And so that's what has led me to the position like, okay, like, you don't have to defend the actual statement because you don't believe the statement that women need to shut up and listen more, what the fuck ever it was, right? It shows that these voices are actually influential to agree. Yeah, it's actually fucking crazy. Yeah, fair point, princess. Yeah, but like, this is where I'm going, like, so I think that Vaush is fine to make those jokes. I make those jokes all the time, okay? We make jokes on this channel about femoids and women dragging men down all the time, all right? Because it's fucking true. But, no. But, this is where I'm going to, like, start siding with the femoids, okay? All Vaush really had to do was like, yep, that was a stupid joke. It sucks that J.K. Rowling quote tweeted that. That wasn't my intention. Blah 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 blah. That's all he had to do, and then just like not, you know, not address it ever again. But he fought with everybody. At a certain point, you don't even have to take an L, right? You can just leave it at neutral and say, yeah, you know what, that sucks. That wasn't my intention. Sorry, everybody, you know? And then leave it, right? The number one, here's my tip. Here is my tip to every single fucking content creator out there, or even just a small account, okay? Just a small account. You never have to fucking deal with shit on the internet, all right? You never do. All you fucking have to do is ignore it. Address it once, and then never talk about it again. That's the number one way to get past any fucking drama. The longer you fight with people on the internet, right? The more fucking tweet threads that you engage in, the more notifications you get, the more you'll feel like fighting it. Drop your fucking nukes, right? If you're fighting with someone, drop your nukes and then move on. He should just lean into it and everything else he meant, just like Destiny did in the past. Yeah, you know what? And you can even lean into it. You can say, sorry, I didn't think that this was going to get quoted by J.K. Rowling. I stand by what I said, though. Shut the fuck up, women. And then just like, don't talk about it anymore. If he the more people he fights with, the more likely he is to get in trouble with it. So. When she doesn't care. Holy shit. Because you continuously act like I'm particularly invested in you, and that's really just not the case. That's like right in the middle of all of fucking this. This is so fucking amazing, guys. I am so fucking blown away. I'm sorry, I gotta... Whoa, whoa. I just realized I'm... Okay. Ugh. I thought I was signed into my Outlook account on this browser. Hey, I appreciate it, princess. Hopefully we can start making some headway on YouTube in the meantime while I'm suspended from Twitch. By the way, speaking of that, if you guys are watching right now, and I don't know what the likes are at, but you guys should like the YouTube video so that it shows up in more people's home feeds, okay? Oh my god, is it going to make me open them up individually? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, you've got to be kidding me. I can't... Oh, this is ass. I'm not downloading this shit. Why is it 65? Why are there 65 images? Why couldn't she... why couldn't she just make like a fucking twit longer, dude? I just wanted to see some of the cope, okay? That's just all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see a little bit of the coping. Oh, good point, Abaddon, because I didn't do that until just now. Okay, I love this. I'm glad I clicked on this one because I'm not reading all 65 of those fucking images, okay? But, you know, long message. See, this gives me the impression that you asking me how I got off believing that was rhetorical, and there's no real answer I could give you that you'd listen to. There's no answer that Vaush can give anybody to... Like, if they already have it in their mind that he's wrong, there's nothing that in the world that he could say to ever convince them, right? Cat Black, she's saying, like, there's no way that you could have the insight necessary for this because you're not a trans woman, right? Which, you know, there is something to be said for having that lived experience, but at the same time, right? Slept through my alarm clock was... Gotcha. No, that's fine, buddy. I just... I saw it at noon, and I saw that you sent the message at like 6 in the morning. I was like, I doubt he's awake right now. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so she's basically saying like you don't have the insight because you're not trans. And the lived experience, I will say, does have some effect into someone's ability to like understand a situation, but it's not everything. It's not everything. And this is something that Cat Black has fucked up in the past. She said that she would rather have a conversation with someone like Candace Owens about Black Lives Matter because she has the lived experience than the most educated or woke white person. That's fucking insane. Why the fuck would you listen to fucking Candace Owens about black issues before someone that is actually like in those communities and helping, whether they're black or not. So she already has like the lived experience is the ultimate way for you to know things, and you know, this is the only way for people to have any kind of real insight. I'm scared the song is gonna get me DMCA, so I'm gonna switch to the next song. So that's just like, this is just like that one half of this conversation, right? I think that the funny part of this, I'm still fucking blown away by this fucking tweet thread. It still blows me the fuck away. Hey, I appreciate that, Abaddon. Speaking of donations, we have new voices for the text to speech, okay? Look at that. We have Alex Jones, Duke Nukem, Jar Jar Binks, and Donald Trump, okay? If you guys donate, all right, you can make messages like this one.
I am attracted to Donald Trump in a sexual way.
Thank you, Jar Jar. I really appreciate that.
I am attracted to Donald Trump in a sexual way.
Thank you, Jar Jar. I really appreciate that.
What the fuck? Okay, I don't care. Do I have to submit? That's why.
Jar, I really appreciate that. Open.
Okay, sorry. I'm just stupid. All right, so now let's look at the other side of this, okay? Let's look at Vaush, because this is something that this is the part that I think is going to be funny, is watching Vaush fight about this with literally everybody, okay? Literally everybody in the entire fucking world is just saying, hey, listen, Vaush, I understand it's just a funny joke, but like it kind of sucks that this happened. And Vaush is like, yeah, it sucks that this happened, but I'm still based for it. It should be Misa, not I am. Hey, listen, buddy, go and donate. You can fix it yourself, all right? It's all cool. We've sexy people we feel ashamed about. Debating with Ian literally reminded me of the way my ex... Oh, is this Professor Flowers? Cool. My ex argued with me. We can't always make the best choices. I think he definitely caught me in my face of being attracted to every leftist bearded guy. That was a phase. I made some choices back then. Jesus Christ. They all come... Listen, they all come together. They all come together to cope. All right? Fucking Professor Flowers. Fuck her. Where's the part where he starts arguing with ContraPoints? There we go. I think you should think about what she's saying here instead of getting really defensive about her correctly pointing out that your perspective on this is limited by your being trans and not a woman. Doing edgy, ironic misogyny while defending trans people magnifies the grain of truth in what TERFs say about there being misogyny in trans activism. Maybe your tweet at JK didn't land the way you wanted. Okay, fine. It happens. But why get so defensive about reasonable criticism? Now, I think... So for real, why does anyone care about this? I just think it's funny, okay? I don't care, all right? Because Vaush can handle himself, right? No Tornado Kane. Yeah, I don't care about this super hard, so I'm not going to spend, you know, like 3 hours on this. I just want to see how this engagement goes, because I liked this so that I could come back to it. So we read that. How many reasonable criticisms have you, knowing what others don't, thought unreasonable? What? How many reasonable criticisms of you have you thought unreasonable? I've talked about this all before and will continue to, and I'm happy to hear out Kat or anyone else, but I disagree with her here and have reason to think little of her opinions. It's just weird. This is the hill they want to die on. I agree. It's not like she hasn't said things that could be taken out of context. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that anything that Vaush said was taken out of context. I just think that the effect of it is what is making people mad, which is why I'm a little bit, it's a little bit weird to see Contra scolding Vaush over this, because I would think that, like, I don't take Contra to be the kind of person that would say that only trans women, or I'm sorry, not just trans women, but trans people in general, are able to like speak on trans issues because they have like the lived experience, right? I never took Contra to be that kind of person, because that's really a stupid fucking position. Like I said earlier, like I would never want to fucking talk to Candace Owens about, you know, like Black Lives Matter unless I was arguing with her, because I don't think that she has the kind of experience that, or like, I actually don't know much about her past. At the very least, she has some sort of political bent and like monetary incentive to be against anything that is possibly seen as progressive. So I'm never going to want to talk to her about like race issues unless I'm arguing with her about the like fucked up shit that she said about like George Floyd or something, right? Like give me like your average fucking soy liberal fucking Hillary Clinton Democrat over Candace Owens in terms of a conversation about BLM any day of the week, you know? She sued a school for being racist against her. I just mean like in terms of like the Black experience. If I don't know if she like grew up like super poor, if she grew up affluent, I don't know anything about her. Yeah, see, DM them to me though, because I don't know if anyone but me can post links in chat. So, and I there's no setting to fix that, unfortunately. I would like it if people could post links in chat, but I don't think that there's a setting that allows me to do that. It just strikes me as off that you're extremely confident. You definitely know better than a trans woman who's been doing this activism for over a decade. It kind of compounds my discomfort with the women be quieter tweet. Is that really your argument, that I, by way of being cis, couldn't possibly be correct in a disagreement on trans issues with a trans person? I was always under the impression you valued quality of the argument. I haven't heard any arguments yet, only your assurance that you're extremely confident that you're correct. I don't think extreme confidence is warranted. Men who are extremely confident they know more than women what is and isn't misogyny don't have a great track record. That's fair. Did it disconnect? Yo, Tornado King, chill the fuck out. Did the stream end for you guys for a second? Because it doesn't say that it ended on my end at all. But it just said that it reconnected somehow. Okay, sorry. Got distracted by the by OBS telling me that the stream cut. So that's super weird. If I wasn't capable of extreme confidence in disagreements I have with people whose lived experiences differ from mine, I wouldn't be able to argue against TERFs. Also, I can't help you if you're jumping into this without knowing my arguments. What do I even say to that?
Lib. Oh god, fuck you guys. Guys, just so you know, hey, speaking of reading theory, just so you fucking know, just so you realize, when Marx and following theorists wrote on capitalism, they were not writing capitalism and liberalism are worst things to ever happen to humanity. They are greatest oppressor of workers. No. Marxism is supposed to be an extension of liberalism, not a rejection of it, a true promotion of unity, fraternity, and freedom and liberty and shit. That's what Marxism and that's what leftism is about. It's about bringing the messaging of the liberal movement forward to make it better, to make it stronger, to make it true to its principles. And this lib, oh god.
Where is he wrong? I'm sorry. I'm confused because I am confusion because I feel like he's correct here. Okay. Okay, well, I guess that's all it was between Vaush and Contra. How's it going, Maffinity? Seems like they say they don't know much about his content, but can make such but they can judge him on that one tweet. Yeah. I like they're fucking they're insane. Okay, they're just experiencing psychosis. All right. Okay. Well, I think that's really all we can do for this, except for watch I said Destiny Vaush's stream on it, but I don't know if. Oh my god, he started stream at like midnight yesterday, and he streamed for 6 hours. What the fuck is wrong with him? That's weird. Oh, it must be okay. I got it. I was about to say I didn't type that, but I understand what happened. Oh man, but there's also okay. So what do you guys say? Do we watch Vaush's cope stream? Do we watch Vaush's cope stream for a little bit, skip around in there, see if there's any funny memes, or do we go to the infrared thing that John Locks said for me to watch?
You have the exact time and place. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be there. I'll fucking be there. You have the exact time and place. Yeah,
Oh no, he broke character. Oh no, he broke character, guys. Was my message not sent? Which message? I saw based. Not much happened in Vaush Cope stream. Okay, thank you. That voice crack. I don't know. I think it's not just a voice crack. I think that's his actual voice when he's not trying to like be a man in front of everybody. Oh, you can't post links in this chat. I don't know why we can't post links in chat. Only mods can. Just post it in Discord, because otherwise we're gonna have everybody be a fucking mod. Okay, and I can't have everyone be a mod on YouTube chat unless we have like, you know, the same amount of people watching here as on the other stream. And live reacted to Contra.
You have the exact time and place. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be there. You have the exact time and place.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'll make that a fucking sound, a dono sound. What do you guys think of that?
Picture is from Haas. Second picture is from Ellen account. Shadow looks the same. Haas and his community faked it. Is this the new theory we're going with?
The shadow looks the same?
Holy shit, he did fake it. Oh my god. I think he did, guys. Enter the Mind Palace and figure it out.
I love the theory, okay? Listen, I think the the theory that DGG is running with over this is basically that Haas made a sock puppet account that so that he could go and like challenge himself to a fight, show up to the fight, but never have to actually be in danger. And I'm telling the Ellen Degenerate person, you need to roll with that. I sent it in Discord DMs. Okay, thank you. I really, listen, I really want it to happen, okay? They're doing some funny memes, Photoshop pics and vids. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to ask them to send me some of the pictures, whatever they photoshopped. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I want there to be more. Is Haas still fucking screeching about it? Or did he try and like distance himself from it at
Second
this
picture is
point?
from Ellen account. Shadow looks the same. Haas
The
and his
shadow
community
looks
faked
the
it.
same. The cool thing about shadows though is that you can say that about literally anything, okay? You can say that about anything when it comes to shadows. A tree's shadow can look the same as a person's in the right conditions, okay? They're just doing it to make Haas mad. Oh, okay. I didn't actually see what the Reddit post said.
Yo, gas the fucking Jews. Yo, gas the fucking Jews. Yo, gas the fucking Jews.
Ooh, damn. She's finally being open about it, huh? Oh no. That one can't be a dono sound. Holy shit. Classic fucking Lauren. All right, hold on really quick. I'm just clicking some of the videos that were put into the content suggestions. Oh my God. Why is there who is this person? Please note that Nigerian scammers are going around using my channel to ask for money. I never ask for money. I now have a Cash App, which is... What the fuck? Wait. Well, okay, you know what we'll do? We'll watch the Lauren debate next, okay? But is this not fucking hilarious? Please know that Nigerian scammers are going around using my channel to ask for money. I never ask for money. Anyway, here is my Cash App. This has to be a meme channel, right? It has to be a meme. That's like perfect comedy. That has a setup and a payoff. Who gave his son, Lord Jesus Christ. His grace is enough. For Christ died and was buried and rose again on the third day, according to the scripture, 1 Corinthians 15, chapter 15, verse 1 through 4. There's nothing else here. 16 million views? Okay. Watch the super mega vid. Okay. Let's organize here. Let's organize here, okay? Did Destiny already upload his debate with Lauren? The answer is nope. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get his VOD from yesterday. Wait, where the fuck is his conversation with Lauren?
Modern day tech companies are kind of like pyramid schemes of themselves. Like, I sure do love League of Legends. Because I'm putting 100%. You acquire debt so that you can expand, and as you're expanding, you acquire more debt.
No, I think that that's like a constructed joke. I think it has to be a joke. It's all League. It's all League. It's all League. Oh my God, it's all League. It's all League. The Haas versus Zerka video. All I see is the only things that I saw from Haas and Zerka was the oh wait.
No, hell no.
Oh, so they did it. They did have a breakup again. John, find me the Lauren Southern conversation, okay? We're actually going to find some good content today, I think. All right? I think that there's going to be some good content today because holy shit, look at all the fucking things we have to watch, okay? I'm super fucking ready for it. I'm so fucking ready for it. Let's start off. Let's go with the super mega video because I've never watched a super mega video, and you know, my boy Myth sent it to me, so I'm gonna watch it, okay? And I'm gonna play Terraria while we watch it.
You should definitely join the Happy Dad Transportation. Okay. Who we got in here right now? Boots and Camo J. Cole 1.
Drunkiplier.
All right.
Is this a fucking Let's Play? Is that what Super Mega is? Hold on. If that's a Let's Play, we're watching something else first. Sorry, Myth. We're watching Haas versus Zerka first.
Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. You are mentally ill. You are genuinely mentally ill. I didn't even mention this photo once.
You commented. You commented.
Who gives a fuck?
Haas was super mad at Circus stream yesterday because of this meme. Timestamp. When the Omni do the fusion dance in an Omni Haas today. Oh no.
Doesn't attack me until you command them. I posted a picture of you and Destiny's.
That's a good fucking meme. Who used to edit Game Grumps? I have no fucking clue.
Fusion, and you got mad at it.
Oh no.
No, I didn't. I just.
You commented.
I said, why would you post this?
Why would you post this? How dare you?
What?
Oh, I said. You said, I don't understand why you would post this. What's the message? What's the meaning?
It's fucking hilarious. I'll bring it up on stream. What are you doing, bro? This is the funniest thing I've ever posted. I hope it's still there.
Listen.
And I used to.
Also, what the fuck is this tower defense game that Destiny's playing? Because it looks super fucking fun.
Delete shit.
I like those like kind of semi-idle games for stream, you know? If it's a very active game, it's really hard for me to play. But if it's one of these like semi-idle ones, right? I really like those.
When you don't like it, and I'm like, you're a buzzkill, bro. Fuck that shit. I'm posting this. Look at this, chat. This is fucking hilarious. Why is he against this?
Why are you against it?
Bro, I swear to God, bro. Like you guys, and then I'm the uptight one. No, bro. You have a problem with this picture?
Yeah, bro, because you're a fence sitter. That's the truth.
Yeah, I asked you last time. I'm like, if I'm a fence sitter, would DGG ever chill with me? He's like, you're like, no. So how's that a fence sitter, you fucking moron? This picture's hilarious, dude. What did I write?
Honestly, I feel like you're
look at
scared.
this.
Bro, you're scared to go after DGG because you think they're powerful or something.
Oh yeah, I'm scared of. I'm so scared.
No, it's so crazy to me that people think that like my community is powerful because you get like mean comments on Twitter. Like that's just wild to me, dude. Jesus.
Dude, I fought them when you were fucking in law school, bro. You don't even know who they are. You just met them. You know what I mean? You kind of took my war. And yo, check this out.
Shift clip,
I wrote, when Omni-Liberal and Infra-Haas do the fusion dance, they turn into Omni-Hastiny. I think this is the great. I can't believe I went to bed guilty.
What fusion dance? What fusion dance?
Fusion.
He doesn't know the fucking oh shit. They go like that and then they go all the way around and then shoot their leg up and then touch fingers or something. Oh shit. You know what I'm talking. You know the fucking the fusion dance from fucking Dragon Ball Z, right? How do oh shit. We have to be ultra careful on YouTube because of copyright, but fusion DBZ. That's 2 minutes. That'll get us fucking DMCA'd. There's got to be like a 30-second clip. Less than. They can't all be 3 minutes long. The VOD from yesterday on Destiny's channel, I wonder if they deleted it. so that people couldn't react to it until the video went up. That's really weird. Oh, look, that was the whole thing there right there. Look at that. Boom, boom. There we go. Look at that. That's the whole little dance.
Like
He doesn't know what DBZ is,
right? It's like two people merging.
Why is me and my enemy gonna fuse?
Like
me and my enemy.
Okay, this is how comedy works. Usually it's paradoxal or an oxymoron, like she falls in love with a donkey and Midsummer Night's Dream and poetry. Are you fucking retard? Are you retarded?
You know what? I'm actually impressed that Haas knows, or I'm sorry, that Zerka knows that there's like the donkey-headed dude in Midsummer's Night's Dream. To be fair, or to be clear though, he only had the head of a donkey. It was not a complete donkey, all right? He still had the body of a man.
You don't know what a fucking comedy is?
That's like saying when I'm roasting Destiny on Twitter or when he's roasting me, then it's just a joke and it's just comedy. No, it's not. It's a war. It's not just comedy. I'm genuinely after that motherfucker. I genuinely want Destiny. I genuinely want him to be sad and feel bad about himself when I post my shit on Twitter about him.
It'll never happen. The game is called Rogue Tower. How much does it cost? Listen, it is so fucking unbelievably fucking sad that Haas thinks that he can make Destiny feel sad. Rogue Tower, $15. God damn it. Do I want to spend money? Very true, Caesar. Very fucking true. Hold on. I'm gonna purchase it. I'm gonna buy it. It just looks like something that I would enjoy playing. Okay, thank God. I was scared that it was going to show my fucking PayPal info.
It's not just a comedy. It is an attack. That is what it is.
So you've just
I genuinely do want to see him go to bed crying. That's the truth.
So you've leaked. You actually wake up
thinking about Twitter
and
fights.
see this post by me and say Zerka's a fence sitter.
Oh
yes.
No.
There it is. There's the leak. I'm glad.
Unbelievably cucked. Okay, can you imagine? Like, you make a joke at your friend, and then now you're the fucking enemy. Not just you're a bad dude. You're the fucking enemy, or like you hurt his feelings. The enemy, dude.
Glad you doubled down.
I don't give a fuck, bro. It's a war.
Yeah,
it's a war.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a buzzkill. That's a very funny meme, dude.
Bro. Okay, Zerka. That's like, you don't understand. Memes are war. Donald Trump got elected 2016 because of memes. Was it just comedy?
It's not.
No, it wasn't just comedy.
It would be a meme.
You're supposed to be on my side, bitch. You're supposed to post shit. You're supposed to post comedy where people will laugh at Destiny, not laugh at me, motherfucker.
It's like if you posted me in Destiny Fusion and he has like a flat brain.
It is so hard. It is so hard when you listen to Haas talk to not have sympathy for him, because he's such a sad dude. Like, when I say sad dude, I mean like he sounds like he's sad all the time. Like he constantly needs like positive reinforcement. It sounds like he constantly needs that that je ne sais quoi from a friendship that like he's just never going to get because he's too fucking abrasive for people to actually enjoy talking to him, you know? It's just like actually fucking sad because he's unbelievably shitty person.
brain and he's tall.
Why would I do that?
No, if you did,
Why would I do that?
No, if you did, my vagina wouldn't hurt. I don't own a vagina. What are you talking about? That
Yeah,
you're
Zerka, shut the fuck up, you
You're hurt by
sensitive little
this.
bitch. Whenever they were fucking coming after you and making fun of you, you used to fucking get even more butthurt than me. Shut the fuck up. You're more
Really?
sensitive.
I was against
bro, you're a fucking
memes?
guy. Bro, no, you fucking liar, bro. If you're in my shoes right now, you'd be even more fucking angry than I am, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up.
Why would you be angry?
If they were a fraction after you, they were the way they're fucking after me.
Okay.
You would have the same. No, you
All
wouldn't.
right, check this out. You've never been perma-banned on Twitch. That means nobody gives a fuck about you. You have nothing. You're not even comparable.
Keep that same energy, because I probably am gonna be fucking.
Bro.
I probably am gonna be fucking perma from Twitch. That's the truth.
Yeah, I called it. I mean, like, you gotta chill out, so you don't get banned. But, dude, you've never received one perma ban, so why do you pretend to be?
Who cares?
So why do you do they're trying to deplatform me trauma? You've never had a perma.
Because
you've never had a
what the
perma.
fuck are you talking
Dude,
about?
You've never had a
Zerka.
perma. You've had a time limit
What's your
on
point?
every ban. My point is, it's proof you have nothing.
Why?
It's proof you have nothing to be afraid of.
Just wait.
Just you wait, Zerka. I'll get banned. I'll get banned so good that you won't even know how banned I am. I'll be sent to the fucking shadow realm. I'll show you, Zerka. Is this Zerka trying to bait Haas into a ban? Like, I yeah, there was at least one temp ban, wasn't there, Miff, huh?
Bro, listen. You're saying I've never been perma'd?
Have you been? You said that, you idiot. Have you been perma'd?
What's the point? No, I haven't.
Okay. How many times have I been?
No, okay. You know what, Zerka? I'm gonna do you a
shit.
favor. I'm just gonna do you a favor.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go ahead, and you can go ahead.
You want me to delete this?
No. Here's what I'm gonna do for you.
There it is.
Literally, this whole trip, I've just been trying to help you. But the truth is, I think.
Wait. Is he when he says like this whole trip I've been trying to help you? Is he saying that he only went to Austin again because of Zerka, or?
You're right. Your chat's right. Go ahead and create your alliances with these awesome people.
With Dylan Burns, right?
Yeah, bro. Good luck. Good luck. That's all I'm trying to say.
It's so dramatic, dude.
Listen.
Yo, hold on. I spent 2 months forcing my chat.
This does sound like a fucking breakup. All I'm saying is good luck. You know what? I don't hate you. I just, I hope, I wish you the best, but like this obviously isn't working out. We should probably, we should see other people. It sounds like a fucking breakup message. What the fuck?
To talk good about you. I made Oogie like you and gift you, and now I have to delete this meme? Fuck no. Hell no.
Now you're making me delete him.
Listen, honestly, I'm telling you the truth. You are mentally ill. You are genuinely mentally ill. That's the truth.
So good.
You need to seek help. You keep attacking the people that you're allied to. Just like, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
How come Jackson never has problems, right?
Because you just made a big deal out of something that's not a.
Why do they do this like weird thing about like being allies? Like it's some sort of like military alliance. Like this feels like those high school dudes who would like sit there and talk about like World War history a little bit too much. They had a little bit too much. They would like draw fucking guns and shit in their notebooks. And like the guns were like weirdly too accurate for them to be drawn by like a high schooler. Like this is the kind of shit that I feel like they talk like, yo bro, we had an alliance, dude. We were like, why is it an alliance? Why is it not like, why can't you just like be friends with someone? Is it gay to be friends? Is that what the deal is? Main character syndrome? Fair point.
Big deal. This picture was not a big deal. All I did was respond and say why.
This is why your community.
All I did was respond and say, why would you post this?
Yeah, and
that's it.
And then when I went live, this is why they attacked me, because of this photo. What the fuck?
No, it's not. You're the one who fucking is bringing up this photo. You fucking dumbass.
Here we go.
I didn't even mention this fucking photo once.
You commented.
You're the fucking one who mentions it.
You commented.
Who gives a fuck? It's not a fucking big deal.
Yo, I wish you did the photo. You'd have seen my reaction. I'd have been like, lol.
Bro, what is this chat? Are you even my ally? What is this shit? This is like Destiny's chat right now.
Hold on. Let me open it.
Oh my god,
Oh, it's
dude.
fine. Who's working?
He's
Emo
so
Emo.
sensitive.
All right, hurry up and come over. It's fucking 2 a.m. Go take a shit.
Bro.
You know, it's actually surprising, given how sensitive Haas is, how he doesn't attract more women. You know, like, cause I was always under the impression, and it's always worked for me, that a sensitive man, you know, usually is attracted to women, and yet Haas seems to have trouble getting bitches. Weird.
Nah, bro, I'm not coming over. Look, good luck, bro. Listen,
I'm not coming to sleep over at your house, bro.
Oh, he hung up on
What a
him.
little bitch. No, I'm not coming over. They all said they're coming over. What the fuck? This is pathetic, bro. I'm not deleting this. I don't give a fuck.
No one can make me delete anything.
That meme was actually... I remember thinking, is this meme too boring? Is this meme too boring?
Retweet Zerka.
Why would you be concerned about a tweet being too boring? Like, do people think of... God, holy shit. Sometimes I wonder to myself, do I have the personality type to continue streaming? You know, because I look at someone like fucking Zerka or Haas, right? And these people are fucking insane. They just have like a completely different thought process towards like social interaction. Like, it's a completely different thing. Like, they don't act like normal goddamn human beings. They act like fucking lunatics 24/7. I just can't imagine living like that. I feel like I would kill myself. It would be too much. It's such a sad fucking life.
Oh, true shit.
All right, we're only halfway through it. Haas has got to show back up and into this at some point.
Don't talk about Stalin, bro. Bro, Haas is a good guy. Stop fucking around.
Wait,
Bro.
actually, yeah, link me the meme. Actually, I'll just do it. It's not even like a good retweet, but I know it'll trigger the fuck out of the one guy, so yeah.
Don't act fake, Five, please. Okay? Haas is uptight. For a fucking meme.
Okay, hold on. Holy shit. LeMayo at Infrared Haas. This is one of the funniest memes I've ever seen in my entire life. LeMayo XD.
I never had problems with Jackson. Jackson laughs at memes. This is fucking too much.
Okay, I saw a I don't often watch other streamers, but I saw Chud Logic's video about he had a video on Zerka and Haas talking about some party that they went to, right? From the fucking AK 4'7", or the oh shit, I can't remember any other ones. Luhansk Loser or something, I don't remember. But anyways, the mini balding Marxist, yeah. I mean, he's actually balding. I think it's the high testosterone, right? Leningrad Leprechaun, yeah, there you go. You know him. But I watched this video with Zerka talking to Haas and Jackson, and holy shit, they are just like the most insane fucking human beings in the entire fucking world. Like, I guess Jackson is the kind of dude that gets into fights constantly, or tries to get into fights. He's the small dude at the bar that like walks up to like the biggest, scariest fucking person and then tries to fight them at the bar. And like Haas and Zerka are sitting there like, oh shit, this guy's gonna get us fucking killed. This guy's going to get us fucking murdered. What are we gonna do? Like, that's the kind of person that he is, right? Meanwhile, like at the party at BX Bullet's house, he was sitting there crying and like fighting with people about Russia and Ukraine. Like they can't turn it off. Like they're like perpetually thinking about their tanky memes. And it's so sad. How tall is Jackson? Well, if you look at his hold on. Where's Twitter? Let me go to Hinkle's page really quick. Jackson Hinkle. Now, I know there's got to be something, someone out there in the world who can help us, okay? Scroll down. There we go. All right. I thought that this picture was really funny, okay? Because BX Bullet accidentally roasts the fuck out of him because these are BX Bullet's guns. I don't think he owns any guns. So he picked up some guns off of BX Bullet's wall and he takes a pose with them, okay? But the funny thing is that this is a 12.5 inch barrel, okay? So from hereabouts to the end of the barrel is 12.5 inches. But I feel like if you were to like stack that barrel and you were like to measure his body against the barrel, right? I feel like he must be only 5'5", right? It's gotta be. I don't know. I'm not good at this sort of thing. Okay. I don't know how you could do that. If anybody knows how to do it, okay, here is the link. Copy and paste. There you go. If you guys want to give that a shot and make a guesstimation, my guesstimation, he's got to be like 5'5". Okay, there's no way he's taller than 5'5". If the barrel of that gun is fucking 12 it's a foot and a half inch long, right? And it's that long compared to him. Holy shit, he's got to be tiny. He's got to be shorter than BX Bullet. Because I've seen her holding that same gun, and she doesn't look nearly that fucking small. It's just incredible, okay? It's just incredible how all these people end up being short, except for Zerka, who is supposed to be tall, right? I assume Zerka's tall. He doesn't give off short man energy.
If you're not careful, you're gonna lose him. Oh my.
Oh, thanks. What's up, Corgi son? If you're not careful, you're gonna lose him. Oh no.
Yo, what if I told you guys I did this on purpose just to ban some long-term subscribers that I've been plotting for this? That's 4 bans.
Because I'm putting
Mods,
100%.
don't do it. I want to see the names. Fence sitter. What an insult. For a fucking sword meme.
For a sword
Fence
meme.
sitter. Imagine how one live was like, you're a fence sitter. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Every single war simulation, Russia kicks NATO ass.
That's not
Okay?
true. What the fuck are you talking
Copium
Every
stream.
single war game.
Russia against NATO?
Russia against NATO. Look it up. Look it up. Am I not right?
I've seen it.
Bro, Russia's
How the
having
fuck-
trouble with fucking Ukraine right now, okay?
Yeah, I was about to say, if they've been taking so long to conquer Ukraine, how the fuck would they stand up to like the most powerful countries in the world all teamed up against them? Like, even if it was China and Russia versus NATO, I still would put my money on not fucking them. Where the fuck are my items? Okay, I died again. I just want to pick up the items that I dropped and then get back to life as normal. I don't remember where I fucking died. And it's very, very upsetting to me that I can't find my items. I'm just getting all this sand and I don't care about it. Russia beats NATO. Russia currently having troubles getting... Yeah. I know. It's fucking insane. Like, there's like no reason for anyone to believe this, right? But they just do. They just believe in things.
I don't think that Russia's ever going toe to toe with all of NATO. Holy shit! Bring up the battle maps. Where's our maps at?
Show me the battle maps.
Have they figured their shit out yet?
Show them to me. I'm ready. I'm willing.
Do you think Ukraine is gonna win now?
By the way, if you guys haven't already, fucking hit the like button for the fucking stream, okay? Because the more people that like the stream, the more people are going to be in chat because it'll be on their front pages, okay? We're just fucking vibing today, all right? We don't have the luxury of streaming on Twitch. We're just on YouTube, all right? But if we can get, you know, some kind of viewer base here, maybe we'll end up dropping our affiliate status on Twitch and just doing duo streams, okay?
Well, the thing is, Ukraine doesn't have to, like, win. They don't have to beat everybody. I think they just have to to hold for long
really,
enough.
Tornado Cane?
And then it's Russia's decision on whether or not
Your
they
desk, please react to my 14.
realize that it, whether they realize that, like, they failed and then they leave, or they start to, like, bomb the fuck out of cities or whatever. Talks end for the day. Is it kind of like the U.S. and Vietnam? I mean, I don't think it'll get that bad, but
I'm going to find my items. I don't know if they like despawn.
I think they have been getting more brazen
that
with their
in this game.
strikes. Russia probably adjusts what it seems at least success the longer. Russia probably adjusts what it seems a success the longer the war drags on. Are you saying that Russia probably changes what it considers to be successful as the war goes on? I think that's what he's trying to say.
Absolutely. Because they got blown the fuck out in the first 2 weeks of this war, okay?
They've already lost more people than we did in Iraq, according to the Pentagon's numbers. The Pentagon numbers, what was it, like 3,000 to 5,000 Russians dead or whatever?
Damn. Holy shit. Nope, I wanted to pause it on that map. Let me see this really quick. Here, we'll drag it on the screen and look at it in more detail. So I guess this is all the areas that they've gotten troops into, I guess. Holy shit. It's unreal that the Russian military has been invading for so long and this is all they've gotten. It's unreal. I genuinely don't know how the fuck they fucked up so bad. I mean, they're still going to like end up taking Ukraine over. But it's like for how much their military is hyped up, you would think they would have taken them in the first, like, I don't know, 12 hours. Not to say the first 12 days.
The actual bombing of Kiev will start this week. That's not really the key stat. Casualties is U.S. systems and force are incapacitated, which is 20k. I think Russia was prepared to commit, was it around 250,000 troops, I think, to this? 200,000 troops? So if they've lost 10% of their forces, I don't know. I don't know if Russia can mobilize the rest of their military if they're not, like, prepared to, or I haven't heard any reports of that happening, so.
They believe their own bullshit, yeah.
Opinion. There are almost too many things to worry about. Nice.
Okay, if there's no more Zerka...
Oh, Haas copied another one of my...
Oh, there we go, cool.
Not looking good for the, Not looking good for the Russian duders right now. Destiny, Zerka, Jackson, and Haas all got together and spent the majority of their time talking about you. Nice.
Stop.
Jesus Christ. Why not go fucking serve in the fucking Russian military? If you want to tweet LARPy shit like this, go do it, dude.
Oh, there's the picture.
Oh, Haas copied another one of my websites. Nice. Glad to see it's so prolific. Here's a clip of Destiny living rent-free.
When I'm roasting Destiny on Twitter or when he's roasting me, then it's just a joke and it's just.
You're right. He's a little bit taller than Haas, actually. I bet that makes Haas feel super insecure. I was about to say, is that... Oh, fuck. I thought it was fucking David Bowie for like a quarter of a second. Holy shit.
Just comedy. No, it's not. It's a war.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just comedy. I'm genuinely after that motherfucker. I genuinely want Destiny. I genuinely want him to be sad and feel bad about himself when I post my shit on Twitter about him. It's not just a comedy. It is an attack. That is what it is.
So you've just.
I genuinely do want to see him go to bed crying. That's the truth.
So you've leaked. You actually wake up in the morning and see this post by me and say Zerka's a fence sitter.
Yes.
There it is. There's the leak. I'm glad you doubled
I don't
down.
give a fuck, bro. It's a war.
Yeah.
It's a war.
Yeah.
It's just a war. That's why we all have fucking. That's why we have all these allies.
It's a very
and
funny
shit
meme,
they're
dude.
talking about.
Okay, Zerka. That's like, you don't understand memes are war. Donald Trump got elected 2016 because of memes. Was it just comedy?
It's not.
No, it wasn't just comedy.
It would be a meme.
You're supposed to be on my side, bitch. You're supposed to post shit.
You're supposed to gas me up, dude. You're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be my ally. You're supposed to be my friend, bro. Why would you post this very, very benign, stupid fucking meme that has like basically no bearing on the real world? Oh no! Ouch! Oh, oof! My feelings, they are hurt. I thought that like killers weren't supposed to have feelings, but I guess I was wrong. I guess I'm just not a good enough killer type, you know? Okay, where the fuck? Where the actual fuck did I die? Okay, we're going to find those items and then I'm playing the other game because I don't want to play this anymore.
Orientation. These political orientations from scratch. I mean, leftists are leftists because they're committed to a certain set of principles, and rightists are rightists because
Oh, Vaush is editor, gotcha.
Yes, metaphysically evil, they're demons. I don't know. I mean, you have the Jabba, not to spoil the mood by mentioning Jabba the Vaush. He talks about the so-called Nazgul vortex, clearly evoking this idea that leftists are people who have to be neurotic, and we have to kind of hold to our principles, and that if we let go, we're going to fall into this kind of primordial vortex of original sin or something like that, right? But the thing is that most often, in every revolution in the history of modern humanity, I guess dating from the French Revolution, or even earlier, or the English Civil War, depending on how you want to look at it, the reason why the revolutionaries who first initiated the revolutionary action are the first to turn on the revolution is because the meaning of change and revolution or leftism or communism comes to prove itself to be something entirely different to what they expected it to be. And I'm not saying that in the sense of George Orwell's Animal Farm, where they were expecting the utopia and they got a different result. It's a basic class analysis. People become leftists because they're embittered Democrats. Right? They were trying to climb the career and become.
Okay, this is really boring. Wow, what's up, Nick?
All races, all colors, all nationalities, all beliefs.
Okay, done with those memes. What was it the next thing that we were supposed to watch? Let's see. The Crazy Woman. I think we're gonna watch. Oh man, we're gonna have to watch The Crazy Woman because the Lauren Southern debate doesn't seem to be up on Destiny's website. Why are we watching a? Listen, okay. If you can give me a hint, you don't have to spoil it. Okay, just tell me why we are watching a Let's Play. I just want to know what is the purpose of the Let's Play? I want to see what this schizo woman is saying. Okay.
I'm going to give you the gospel. It's in 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. Christ spilled his blood for our past, present, and future sins, was buried, and rose again on the third day according to Scripture. We're saved by grace through faith in Christ alone. Not of ourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. Not of ourselves, not of works, lest any man should boast. It is grace through faith in Christ alone. It is grace, something we didn't earn, something we don't deserve, that God.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just had to make sure because the title of this video is Russia demands the return of Alaska and the port of California, says it belongs to them. And she hasn't said anything about that yet. I just thought I clicked on the wrong video.
Gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believe, keyword, believe in him, will not perish, but have eternal life. How you come to that? You admit you're a sinner in need of a savior. It's only one, that's Jesus. You put your faith and trust in him, and you accept him as savior.
This is why Russia invaded Ukraine.
It doesn't get simpler than that. The Holy Spirit will indwell in you. The Holy Spirit will lead you, guide you. He will seal you until the day of redemption, which means you will not lose your salvation. Now, there's people going around saying that videos are out that some Christians are not going to be in the rapture. Now, let me, first of all, please don't listen to people like that. I don't care who it is. First of all, they contradict themselves. Because a true Christian is one who has accepted Christ as Savior.
Hold on, does she talk about Russia?
Nor is he the author of fear. Jong-un is set to.
Okay,
so there's no further information.
Sorry, I had to skip past all the Christian gobbledygook.
Second of all, if you have accepted Christ as Savior, you're saved and rapture ready. Period. I got to give you this article. Japan just had a 7.3 earthquake. Now,
Corinthians.
Let me go to this right quick. This is saying, yeah, it's breaking, so there's no further information. It just happened about 5 minutes ago. 7.3 earthquake has reportedly struck Nami, Japan. And this is a developing story, so they're going to have further details. I just got something from one of my subscribers saying that I think there's a tsunami alert in effect right now. So that's developing. I got to give you the latest here. This is huge. North Korea, and they're all in the Bible. North Korea, Iran, and China are forming an alliance. As Kim sets to launch a bigger and badder nuclear missile, listen to this, within 24 hours. North Korea, Iran, and China are forming an alliance as Kim Jong-un is set to launch a bigger and badder nuclear missile within 24 hours. And please don't correct me on how to pronounce his name because I really could care less. I could call him Pillsbury Doughboy as far as I'm concerned. There you go. This comes as the United States remains, listen, distracted by the war in Ukraine. Harry Kazanis.
What do you expect us to do about, like, North Korea testing a nuke? Like, actually, though, like, what do you want? You want us to go over there and nuke them first? Like, what is the ask? Because it seems like a really stupid thing to be concerned about. Like, I'm not ultra worried, if I'm completely honest, about the North Koreans right now. Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Analyst at the Center for National Interests and an expert on U.S. foreign policy and national security challenges told Express on Monday that North Korea is more than likely going to test a more advanced intercontinental ballistic missile within the next day or two. The national security expert claimed that similar challenges to the West will become increasingly common as a result of a major disruption caused by Putin's war in Ukraine. He said that Iran is also likely to be developing a nuclear arsenal, collaborating with North Korea as part of an authoritarian axis. Now, someone has said that's likely to be in Ukraine as a result of a major disruption caused by Putin's war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
He said that Iran is also likely to be developing a nuclear arsenal, collaborating with North Korea as part of an
Damn, if only Donald Trump hadn't, like, completely fucked over the Iran nuclear deal that was based as fucking was going to make it to where they didn't pursue nuclear weapons. That would have been fucking great, but the single best piece of Obama's foreign policy was completely, like, axed the second that Trump got into office. Fucking goddamn. Like, why are you going to complain about this now? Why are we going to complain about it now? It's already in the fucking past. Fucking Trump has already ruined any chances of that ever being fixed. Iran gets nukes now because of Trump.
authoritarian axis.
Also,
now,
no, Saphir Neon, you're wrong. Don't. I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be too confident about like missile defense systems because number one, you don't have to shoot it through an ICBM. You can like bring it like a dirty bomb into a city and you can put it there. You can also just have it launch from like a submarine, and then, you know, if it's launched from a submarine, then it could be like 20 miles off the coast of fucking California. Like people wouldn't have enough time to move at all to respond. So that's the problem with nuclear proliferation. Like when it comes to like the technologies that we use for nukes, they're made to where second strikes are hard to do, you know?
someone has said that no military on the planet has more than 100 million people or 200 million. I beg to differ. Asian Army has 200, and I found this out the other day. The Asian Army actually has 200 million in their reserves.
The Asian Army?
I'm telling you this because I'm showing you how close to the Great Tribulation this Earth is. And if this world and this Earth is that close to the Great Tribulation, how much closer is the church to the rapture?
Oh shit, is she linking all of this to the fucking... Oh shit, I haven't talked to anyone like this in a very long time. She's linking like the real world politics to like the end times. Holy shit. That's so fucking crazy. Oh man, what a breath of fresh air compared to these like fucking tankies like schizos. This is just like the old brand of schizophrenia that everyone's used to, you know?
The church is getting ready to depart anytime now. All of this stuff has come in line. All of it. Now I got to give you this. Let me see. Now I got to get this. Is something else that came out. I go from one nation to another, right? One nation to another.
I need you to tell me.
Russian lawmakers. Now listen to this. Demands the return of Alaska, California, and reparations from the U.S. Now, people, I know, you know what? I know this is funny. A Russian lawmaker made an outlandish demand over the weekend that the United States return Alaska and the historic settlement in California, in addition to repaying reparations to Russia over crippling American-led sanctions that had put Moscow's economy in a tailspin. Now, let me stop there. I just saw something this morning. Russia's economy is now 9.7%. Our economy is 7.9%. We're not far behind.
What? Percent what?
It goes to say...
Wait, percent what? Inflation? What? Say it again. What?
It goes to say, we're not far behind. Russia's economy is now 9.7%. Our economy is 7.9%.
I assume she's talking.
We're not far behind. It goes to say.
No, I haven't, Princess. That's fucking stupid.
They haven't. I'm gonna put this the best way I can. There are some spots, I say down south, that are seeing shortages in the and seeing especially high gas prices. That's everywhere. That's everywhere, and it's going to continue. But if our economy is trailing basically theirs,
they're
doing a little bit
about inflation.
Worse.
Our economy isn't at.
Right
what does that mean? Economy is at a
Oleg,
percentage.
I'm not going to announce his last name. A member of the State Duma outlined to Russian state television a set of demands for the U.S. and Ukraine after Kiev's militarization is completed. The Express newspaper in the United Kingdom reported the demands include the return of Alaska.
It's so funny.
And the U.S. purchased from the Russian Empire in 1867 as part of the Alaskan Purchase, and the former Russian settlement of Fort Ross, California, 90 miles north of San Francisco. Meanwhile, in the latest escalation of tension between the White House and Kremlin, Moscow's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov announced new sanctions on Tuesday against 11 Americans, including Joe Biden himself, Hunter Biden. Remember yesterday I told you, why aren't they mentioning Hunter? They're putting sanctions on him. And the White House Press Secretary Jan Psaki, which, in my opinion, they should. Sorry, but yeah.
I guess this lady
we should be
like
thinking about
redheads.
reparations from the damage that was caused by the sanctions and the war itself, because that too costs money, and we should get it back. Now, he continued, the return of all Russian properties, those of Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and current Russia, which has been seized in all the United States and so on. Bless you. If the lawmakers specifically meant Alaska and the former
That's oh, someone else is in the room with her and sneezed. I'm sorry. I know I'm not commenting too much on this. It's just like it's just like such a breath of fresh air. This specific brand of crazy, because you know I'm so used to the fucking tankies and the Nazis. You know, sometimes it's nice to just have a weird Christian fundamentalist talking about the end times.
Those of Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and current Russia, which has been seized in all the United States and so on. Bless you. If the lawmakers specifically meant Alaska and the former Russian settlement of Fort Ross, California. That was my next point, as well as the Antarctic, he said. We discovered it, so it belongs to us. Now, laugh if you may.
I am.
I did.
Cat lover. Oh, man, I love this lady.
They might be serious.
I want her to be my friend.
Because they're saying if they don't get it back, then they're going to go nuclear.
Hold on. Let's listen to an article about it.
Russian lawmaker demands return of Alaska, California fort, and reparations amid U.S.-led sanctions. A Russian lawmaker made an outlandish demand over the weekend that the United States return Alaska and a historic settlement in California, in addition to paying reparations to Russia over crippling American-led sanctions that have put Moscow's economy in a tailspin. Oleg Matvichev, a member of the State Duma.
Listen, we're not giving anybody reparations, all right? The U.S. is never going to do that. If we wouldn't do it for fucking black people and fucking American Indians, we're not going to give Russia some fucking reparations, all right? Never going to fucking happen.
Outlined on Russian state television a set of demands for the U.S. and Ukraine after Kyiv's demilitarization is completed, the Express newspaper in the United Kingdom reported. The demands include the return of Alaska, which the U.S. purchased from the Russian Empire in 1867 as part of the Alaska Purchase, and the former Russian settlement of Fort Ross, California, miles north of San Francisco. We should be thinking about reparations from the damage that was caused by the sanctions and the war itself, because that too costs money and we should get it back, Matvichev said during a Sunday interview. He also called for the return of all Russian properties, those of the Russian Empire, the Soviet Union, and current Russia, which has been seized in the United States, and so on. Afterward, he was asked if he meant Alaska and Fort Ross. That was my next point, as well as the Antarctic, he said. We discovered it, so it belongs to us. The sale of Alaska marked the end of the Russian Empire's trade expansion and settlement efforts to the Pacific coast of the U.S., according to the State Department. The territory was sold to the U.S. government for $7.2 million. Opponents of the sale labeled it steward's folly, referring then Secretary of State William H. Seward, who was a proponent of American expansion. The label failed to stick after 1896 when hundreds of thousands of people migrated to the territory in search of gold. A Russian colony was established Fort Ross on California's Sonoma.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of a meme article, but like, it's so funny that like so something that people keep on telling me, and I don't know a lot about Russian culture, so like if this is like Russophobic or anything, just let me fucking know. I don't really think that you can be like too racist towards Russians. Like it just seems like they're not, like the racism memes for like Russians doesn't seem like it's all there, but whatever. Is it true that their society is like so fucking ultra like macho that they would rather be like completely poor for all of time than give up their macho culture? I just don't know enough about Russia to say if that's true or not. It just seems like a funny meme if they're actually willing to give up everything for that shit.
Coast in 1812. After several years of struggling to grow crops and tensions with Americans in the area, the property was sold in 1841 after it became clear the area was a financial liability, according to the Fort Ross Conservancy. The demands made by Matvichev are likely to be ignored as the U.S. ratchets up sanctions on Moscow over its invasion of Ukraine. On Monday, the State Department announced fresh sanctions on President Alexander Lukashenko, the Kremlin's ally in Belarus, and 11 other Russian officials. On Tuesday, Moscow imposed retaliatory sanctions against President Biden and administration officials. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki brushed off the potential impact the measures could have. I would say is that won't surprise any of you that none of us are planning tourist trips to Russia, she said. None of us have bank accounts that we won't be able to access. So we will forge ahead.
Well, Beheller, I honestly have no fucking clue. They didn't give me an exact reason. I just assumed that the Groypers were mass reporting me because of anti-Russian hate. But like the worst thing that I've said about Russians is like I called Russians Ruskies one time. But like I've been pretty like clear that I don't hate Russian people. Like we've been watching the oh shit, Maffinity, are you still in chat? What's the name of NFKRTZ or whatever the fuck his name is? There's some Russian dude that does normie content on YouTube, and he's been and he did videos on the sanctions. They were honestly super fucking interesting. But you know, I don't think it's like a bad thing to be like, yeah, fuck Russia. If you're gonna sit there and be like weird about Russian people, NFKRZ, thank you. Yeah, if you're gonna be like weird about it, then don't talk about Russians, right? Don't talk about the conflict, but you can say fuck Russia like the government without hating all Russian people, you know? Anyway, let's finish this video and then we'll move on.
Let that sink in for a minute. Now, I'm not one to gamble, but they might be a little serious.
I don't think they're serious.
They might be a little serious. And I'm sure Democrats are probably laughing. But we'll see who has the last laugh. Because their sanctions might hurt a lot more than what the United States sanctions do. I'm going to link both of these in the description box. I will be back to see if anything else is coming up. I'm sure it will. Thank you for your support. I'm going to put some articles on the blog, but most of the articles that I have on my blog, I do a video on. So, but I have some.
Okay, cool. I'm going to subscribe to her because she's crazy and I love it. Nope. Nope.
Dude, you should definitely join the Happy.
Not yet. Okay, this is
in the name of mother.
This is the other one from that guy yesterday that we were watching. Fuck, I really wish the Lauren Southern video was out because I listened to like 10 minutes of it yesterday just because I thought it was interesting, but then it was boring. But I guess it turned into good memes at the end. Okay.
Russia. Do not watch this video. I repeat, do not watch it. You turn it off right now.
Excuse me, President Micropenis. How about you just shut the f up, huh? And you watching this video, you watch it. Don't listen to that imperial scum. Watch it now.
That was so unfucking believably cringe. What the fuck? Why can't people have political opinions on the internet without being incredibly fucking soy and cringe, dude? Holy shit, what the fuck was that? What was that supposed to be? Was that like an own or what? Okay, I'm giving up. There is my shit must have despawned.
Hi there, kids of the internets. It's Old Man Laundry, your friendly, elder, leftist, and experienced political professional. Today, we are going to be talking about Ukraine, online leftist.
Listen, I'm not saying that I'm not cringe, okay? I'm a fucking streamer. That's loud. There we go. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not cringe. I'm just saying that, like, you know, if you're going to be cringe on the internet, at least do it in a funny way and not in this like weird, like soy lib version of being cringe on the internet. It's just bleh.
And what they both have to do with our word of the day, credibility. Now, I know that the word credibility scares a lot of you kids, especially those of you in the back of the class who've obviously been eating a lot of glue. Looking at you, Mr. Piker. But it shouldn't scare you. In fact, what should scare you are the consequences of not knowing what makes credibility so important, and how often it's the glue eaters in the back of the class who are declaring themselves to be credible people in life and death matters, and how for some reason so many of you think that it's a good idea to listen to them.
Fucking Hassan, fucking Demon Mama, fucking I'm trying to think of like the worst, like most of them are going to be like Jimmy Dorites that are like the weird, uncredible, fucking crazy people on the left. But, you know, Hassan and Demon Mama are up there in terms of like lack of credibility, lack of any critical thinking. They just say things and expect people to believe them.
History shows us that there are few things as dangerous as granting authority to uncredible dipshits. Think about this dipshit, and think about all of the consequences that came from his election in 2016. And now think about this dipshit, And again, think about all of the consequences that have resulted from his reign up to and including his choice to invade Ukraine. Now, what does all of this have to do with the left? Well, the answer, again, is our word of the day: credibility. On a recent stream, leftist creator Vaush lamented the fact, and rightly so, that many of the most prominent figures in the online left, along with many thankfully not prominent figures in the online left, have been so incredibly wrong about Russia's intent to invade the sovereign nation of Ukraine and have given such crap takes after they've invaded Ukraine as well. At one point in his video, which is linked below, he said this:
The problem is a lot of people based their incorrect predictions off of trusting the Russian government. I have no idea what would lead any person in the left to trust the Russian government.
Well, Vaush, I do have an idea. Credibility. Now, of course, Russia is not a credible source of truthful information, particularly when it comes to their geopolitical interests and their military gamesmanship. So then why would so many ostensibly leftist creators buy the Kremlin's bullshit, whether it comes straight from Putin's mouth or has been distributed through one of his many propagandists? In my view, there can only be a few real possibilities here, and they all have to do with credibility. Possibility number one is that many online leftists don't really know how to assess credibility. Possibility number two is that many online leftists consider credibility to be a dirty word of some sort. And the last possibility is that many online leftists are just ambivalent about the subject of credibility. Allow me.
I think that it's probably the third. I think that people are just, being credible is nice, right? But research is hard. And when you have to read things and you have to understand things and you have to think critically about things, that can be more difficult. And the more roadblocks there are towards anything in the entire world, the more people are going to not do whatever thing that is. It's the same argument that we have. You don't know what the second meant here. We'll rewind.
Russia is not a credible source of truthful information, particularly when it comes to their geopolitical interests and their military gamesmanship. So then why would so many ostensibly leftist creators buy the Kremlin's bullshit, whether it comes straight from Putin's mouth or has been distributed through one of his many propagandists?
Went too far back.
In my view, there can only be a few real possibilities here, and they all have to do with credibility. Possibility number one is that many online leftists don't really know how to assess credibility. Possibility number two is that many online leftists consider credibility to be a dirty word of some sort.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I misunderstood. I thought he was talking about the creators themselves trying to be credible. He's talking about the sourcing being credible. So when he's talking about the second one, it being a dirty word, basically if you talk to a leftist and you give them stats from an article from the Associated Press, they're going to be like, that's State Department propaganda, even though the Associated Press is not affiliated with the State Department whatsoever. If it is an institution that's credible in the eyes of either the U.S. government or credible in the eyes of U.S. media in general or anything like that, it's that schizomaxer thing. Okay, it's that schizomaxer thing. They don't believe anything unless it kind of agrees with their preconceived notion. Right? Because if you and this is why different sources will be credible sometimes and sometimes they won't. I can't tell you how many times I've argued with tankies who will cite the Associated Press when it suits them, right? But then say it's State Department propaganda when it doesn't, which is most of the time because their worldview is completely unhinged. But it's they don't believe that they just think that everything is propaganda and is someone trying to sell you something, right? So.
And the last possibility is that many online leftists are just ambivalent about the subject of credibility. Allow me to elaborate.
Please.
I've actually been thinking about the topic of credibility in the online left for quite a while now, well before the invasion of Ukraine. In fact, I've been thinking about this subject ever since I watched Vaush debate Professor Flowers, and then even more so after he debated Mike from PA. The reason being is that both Flowers and Mike spoke in a very authoritative tone, but also came off as profoundly uncredible people. Now, intrigued by this dichotomy, I wanted to make sure that I was giving a fair assessment of them. So when their debates were over, I tried to learn more about their backgrounds on the subject that they were talking about. Now, in the case of Flowers, my curiosity started honestly with a general disbelief that any credible university would be cool with one of their professors publicly advocating for Black separatism and arguably for genocide as well. So I turned to Google to see where was she a professor? But as it turns out, of course, she's not a professor at all. She just uses the title of professor for the air of credibility that it gives her. At this, I was annoyed. I was annoyed with what I perceived as dishonesty on her part by presenting herself as a professor when she wasn't one. I thought, it's kind of messed up. Who actually is this woman? So once again, I turned to Google to see what her real name was and then find more information, but I couldn't find her name anywhere. And I dug. Now, had I found her real name, I would have been able to properly assess her credibility. For example, what if it turned out that she had actually written an article a few years ago aggressively calling for ethnic cleansing of every white person across the globe? Well, that would certainly cut at her credibility, wouldn't it? Especially since she denied to Vaush that she would be personally in favor of white genocide, even though she would be kind of sort of open to it if that's what the colonized people wanted. So really, for all I know, and by all appearances, she's literally just some random Black separatist and genocide apologist with a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Is that what makes her credible? I mean, really, until proven otherwise, despite speaking in an authoritative way, my instincts were right that she actually has no unique credibility apart from the color of her skin. Now, to be clear, I don't think that Professor Flowers or anyone else should be required to be bona fide experts on a thing to talk about that thing, including here on YouTube. Everyone has a right to free speech. That's a big deal, but so too is realizing that not all speech is equal and not all speakers are equal either. I, for example, am not equal to President Biden. I said that I was going to send troops to Moscow, no one would care. But if President Biden said that, his words would carry far more weight and there'd be big consequences because when he speaks on military deployments like that, he has real authority and credibility, whereas I don't. Because there's a big difference between speaking like a credible authority figure on a subject and actually being a credible authority figure on a subject, which brings...
You can always tell people are actually... You can always tell if someone's actually credible or if they're trying to be credible. If they're like sitting there like telling people, listen, I might not know. I might be incorrect about this. If they admit to being like incorrect about something, you can be like reasonably sure that they care a little bit about getting facts right or something like that. But I just think that in these spaces, it's so incredibly rare to get people that care that it's not going to be a common thing. Also, in this game, it says that I can do mana siphoning, but I don't see anything that could be... Is this a mana crystal? No, this is an iron vein. Am I just getting like bad RNG, or is this just what the game is like? Like those are rare things. Oh shit.
Brings us then to Mike from PA, a guy who clearly believes that the way you increase your authority and credibility is to simply increase the volume of your voice and the pettiness of your insults. When I listened to Mike arguing with Vaush, I felt very similar vibes from him as I did with Professor Flowers, except for this one intriguing moment in their argument.
As one of the things that you can do, and it's been done successfully by a lot of cities, is you annex outlying areas. This is so a lot of cities are gerrymandered where the suburbs, where a lot of the higher income people of cities live, is not part of the actual urban core. So what you do is you hollowed out the tax base. One of the things you do is you annex outlying areas.
Since I have a background in urban planning, I was briefly impressed with Mike. I was impressed because he was kind of speaking my language. So when their spat was over, as I did with Flowers, I dug into Mike's background to get a better sense of his credibility on the topics that he was bringing up.
Oh no,
To his
he's
credit,
gonna be
though,
so.
and I really mean that, Mike
Oh,
hasn't
shit.
made it impossible to dig into his background like Flowers has, and like so many other leftists have as well. But when you see that Mike's credibility is completely undercut by his past and current lived experience, you start to understand one of the possible reasons why so many people hide behind pseudonyms in this space. For example, Mike told Vaush that Mike's credibility comes from having gotten candidates elected at some point in the past, but he wouldn't name names.
That's
Who
right.
those people are and when he helped them is quite relevant, since it turns out that most of his life, Mike was a Republican. If Mike from PA elected Republicans or neoliberals and now he's out here using that experience in an effort to boost his political credibility and diminish Vaush's without being transparent about all of that, I'm sure that even Mike's audience would be able to see how incredibly problematic that would be. And then there's this weird thing where Mike is obsessed with performing as if he's this tough guy, grown-ass man. Because then you actually come to find out that Mike is a 37-year-old dude living with his rich parents while pretending to be a man of the people and macho man Randy Savage or some shit. He also repeatedly postured against Vaush as being some kind of expert and radical champion of urbanism over those dang suburbanite leeches who are destroying thriving city centers, without noting that he lives with his Republican parents in their mega mansion in an exclusive suburb that could not be more antithetical to urbanism and
serious? I
what
didn't
he
know about
obsessively talks about sewer socialism. So then where...
Sorry, I don't have a lot to say. This guy's just based. He's just saying everything that's he's being real, okay? I don't have anything to add to this. I really hope this guy blows up. He's fucking awesome.
Where does Ukraine come into the equation? Well, there have been, unfortunately, a lot of leftists with god-awful takes about the subject of Ukraine, but few have been more consistently and significantly wrong about what's going on in Ukraine than Hassan Piker, a man who has clearly been drinking from the trough of Russian propaganda, arriving at asinine conclusions and just regurgitating it all back to his massive audience who, sadly for the most part, seem to just lap that shit right up. But why? Why?
Because
why would Piker
he's hot.
do the bidding of...
Because they lap it up because he's hot and he talks about politics, and that's where they get their news. How's it going, Spaniard? I'm doing pretty okay.
Russian imperialism like that, and why would his...
By the way, if you guys are liking my content, you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube, subscribe and also like this video, because that'll get more people in chat by putting it on their home pages and shit. All right. Hey, nice, Spaniard.
Audience go along with it. Well, let's start with the man himself, Mr. Piker. Could it be that Mr. Piker has an aversion to credible sources because leftists aren't immune to resenting or distrusting expert opinions? Possibly. I mean, experts aren't always right, and there certainly are more than enough reasons to, at the very least, be suspicious of U.S. and international intelligence experts. Or maybe he's the sort of leftist that considers the idea of credibility to be a form of gatekeeping. Maybe, but going back and watching what he said about COVID-19 suggests that he's cool with listening to credible voices over uncredible dipshits like Joe Rogan. So it doesn't seem like an anti-expert, anti-credibility bias is the biggest issue going on here, if it's an issue at all. But considering that Piker was able to appropriately conclude that on the subject of COVID-19, that listening to someone like Joe Rogan over someone like Dr. Fauci is just lunacy due to Dr. Fauci's verifiable immense credibility on the subject as compared to Rogan, who has none, that would mean Piker's reason for spewing uncredible Russian propaganda to his audience isn't that he doesn't know how to assess credibility of his sources. Which leads us with one final option. Might it just be that he doesn't really care all that much about credibility? I mean, honestly, if you buy into the whole Occam's razor idea that the simplest answer is usually the correct one, the notion that he's just not all that interested in credibility is about as easy of a case as you could make. After all, Piker is the biggest leftist creator there is, feels largely untouchable, lives the kind of life that most people can only dream of, and has built this huge empire on incredibly low-effort content. So one could argue, why put in the extra effort?
Why is he considered like Because I don't watch I don't watch what's his basically anything that he does, right? Is there anything that he does that is like actual education on leftist issues? Or does he just literally sit there and watch shit constantly and not do anything? I don't know what the fuck he does on stream.
Of assessing the credibility of the
Samantha?
sources that he's using to arrive at his conclusions. Piker, being the successful capitalist that he is, knows that under capitalism, if he's largely gone off what feels right until now, and you look at where it's got him personally, why do anything different? You might say, as I would, because he has a responsibility to, but responsibility is so much extra work, isn't it? So maybe the more important question is, why does Piker's audience treat him as a credible voice on foreign policy, especially on Ukraine? Why, after establishing himself as a fountain of bad information on the war in Ukraine, why is Piker, according to Esports, hitting record viewership numbers for his coverage of Ukraine? Especially when there, honestly, are just so many better options out there. Let's go back to the three possibilities from before, and this time apply them to Piker's audience. Does Piker's audience know how to assess credibility? Does his audience consider credibility to be a dirty word, maybe? Or is his audience just ambivalent about credibility? The possibility of credibility being a dirty word is always an option, but I don't see that as being the biggest factor here. And considering the scale of Piker's audience, it's hard to get a good sense of their feelings on the overall importance of credibility. It really seems to me that there are two things going on here. Number one, it doesn't seem like the majority of his audience really cares if Piker is credible or if the information that he's sharing is credible, because they don't go to Piker for credible analysis and, super well thought out ideas that he can defend against somebody else in a debate. The truth is, they tune into Piker's streams for many of the same reasons why right-wingers, libertarians, and some other people tune into Joe Rogan. Rogan and Piker are highly entertaining to a specific type of person. Actually strip away the rightward leanings of Rogan and the leftward leanings of Piker, and you are left with remarkably similar people. The two of them are entertaining personalities that relish in the unfiltered tough guy aesthetic, which is very appealing to a particular audience.
Hold on. Does Hassan do the... No, Spaniard, link it in the Discord. Wait, I don't... Hassan is just a leftist Mio? No, come on. Does he relish in the tough guy aesthetic? I mean, I don't know, but...
Entertaining personalities that relish in the unfiltered tough guy aesthetic, which is very appealing to a particular audience. Usually people who are kind of dopey and insecure and seeking a macho daddy figure to make them feel safe and validated in their ignorance and arrogance. To those people, credibility is irrelevant. But let's be charitable here and assume that not all of Piker's audience is like that, or maybe that even the majority of them are not like that, and that a significant proportion of his audience does care about credibility. For those people, do they know how to assess somebody's credibility? Because valuing credibility and knowing how to assess it are, of course, two different things. Determining credibility is both an art and a science. It's both a skill and a process, usually one that you're supposed to learn about.
Yeah, this is true. You can't just, you're not born with the ability to suss out accurate information. You have to learn how to understand the veracity of different sources, or what sources get certain things correct, but not other things correct. And it's something that you have to make an effort to find out. Like, I do my best to not read anything from CNN or Fox News or Democracy Now, or what's those like super lib cucked one? Shit, I can see its little like profile picture, but I can't remember the name of it. It's another one of those like super libby ones, right? I think that you have to learn how to do this. Otherwise, you shouldn't be talking about politics on the internet at all, because it makes it impossible for anybody to actually communicate. It's impossible to. If everybody involved in a conversation is operating off of different information, right? And you're going to contribute to that in some way by making it, harder to understand the truth, then you just don't need to talk about politics, Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I think it is now this. Okay, I don't understand why Maffinity saying at Maskoff Podcast, that's not fair, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't show up in my chat for some reason. That's super fucking weird.
Grade school. Let's start things off by getting a definition of credibility.
I have live
This
chat.
one comes from changingminds.org. A credible person is an expert, experienced, qualified, intelligent, and skilled, and trustworthy, honest, fair, unselfish, and caring. Credibility is also context dependent, and an expert in one situation may be incompetent in another. Now that we've got that definition, let's outline a process for determining somebody's credibility. Rasmussen University suggests there are a number of areas for consideration. Among them, authority, bias, care taken, and indicators of quality. So let's see what happens when we apply these metrics to Mr. Piker. Again, remembering that credibility is context dependent, we need to ask specifically, does Piker have the credentials, academic background, or experience to speak authoritatively about the topic of Ukraine? So let's check, does he have a degree in this topic? Well, actually, according to Wikipedia, Piker graduated with honors from Rutgers in 2013 with a double major in political science and communications. This certainly is a plus, but at the same time, as someone who has a double major in political science and public administration, I can tell you that simply attaining a degree in poli-sci doesn't make you a political expert. It's also worth noting that after earning his poli-sci degree, Piker went straight into the communications field, embedded himself into a highly insulated, what some people would call champagne socialist lifestyle. And he hasn't left that bubble ever since. Which is to say that degrees do matter, but only so much. What matters here is that, yes, he has socialist. One, but what matters also, and maybe more, is what he's done with it since he got it. Which brings us to biases. With respect to the invasion of Ukraine, a few prominent biases of his really shine through, in my opinion. First and foremost is his very lazy anti-American bias.
There you go.
Second is his posturing as a socialist communist icon. Taken together, these biases lead him to adopt an America bad, Russia good mentality that leads him to a lot of really bad takes. He's also undeniably biased by his capitalist impulses. There's no way around the fact that Piker loves making and spending money. And when money is your underlying motivation, the things you say and do are biased. And from the perspective of someone who lives in the Midwest, Piker's geographic and cultural biases are glaring as well. Now, this is going to be a hot take, but we also can't completely dismiss the consideration of precisely where Mr. Piker is getting his millions. Some leftist creators have taken the very commendable step of making their monthly gross earnings publicly available, which is more than can be said about Mr. Piker. Piker's earnings are only public information now to some degree, thanks to a somewhat recent leak of Twitch streamer earnings. But did that leak really let us learn anything other than that Piker is getting a lot of money from somewhere? Maybe an analogy would help here. He's a political content creator, so let's think about how this would apply to politicians. You can go on to fec.gov and see the names of every person who donated to every candidate for federal office and exactly how much money they gave. But what if we couldn't look that up? What if all we got to see was the final dollar amount, the final balance? It's not that hard to see how that could become extremely problematic extremely fast. But we don't hold to the same standard the people who try to influence which candidates we support. And personally, I think it's high time that we have a serious conversation about that. But putting aside the ways Piker may be influenced by money, he's still obviously very biased, which diminishes his credibility somewhat. But let's be real too. Every political content creator and most mainstream media is quite biased as well, which is why Rasmussen states that it's acceptable to use biased information as long as you understand it is biased and you acknowledge that, and that you need to be aware of your own biases as you consume and use information. Finally is the issue of quality and care.
You want? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the Ukrainian constitution. I don't give a fuck about the Ukrainian border sovereignty that some of you dumbasses are fucking talking about like you're like a 3%er but for Ukraine. Okay? It's so stupid.
What?
Does Piker make claims that are backed up with documented and well-cited sources? And are his sources of high quality? Are his sources balanced or biased? From everything I've seen, especially when compared to a lot of other streamers, Piker doesn't often provide sources for his claims. And because of this, when you combine the unknown nature of where he's getting information that leads him to such bad takes, if you're at all interested in consuming credible...
Wait, does he not just sit there and... I thought that he just sat there and read articles out loud on stream like fucking Mike from PA. I thought that was like his big content generating machine was like making reading articles like fun and watching Vox videos fun.
Information, all you can really do is infer that his sources are low quality and highly biased. So then, after considering his lack of authority on the subject, deep biases, and the low effort he puts into the sources he uses to arrive at his positions, if I were grading his level of credibility on the subject of Ukraine, at best it's like a D. This then means, of the members of Piker's audience who want to consume credible content from credible voices, they don't have much of an aptitude for how to actually assess someone's credibility. Which means most of the people who watch Piker are ambivalent about credibility, either in general or specifically with him. I don't think it's that great of a stretch to think that a significant portion of Piker's audience just want Piker to entertain them politically, similar to Joe Rogan. And if that's the case, one could argue that's not really that big of a deal if we understand what's really going on. In fact, I used to listen to JRE occasionally, not because I thought that he was a genius, but because he talked about interesting things in an interesting way and didn't take himself too seriously. And he also made it abundantly clear that his audience shouldn't take him that seriously either. But then things took a turn. They went in a really bad direction for Rogan.
Listen, I don't have much respect for Hassan's intelligence. Don't take it that way. All right? I don't think that he's a smart dude.
When he started talking authoritatively about life and death matters that he had no credibility on. And because of the massive reach of Rogan's podcast, the law of big numbers dictated that some percent of his audience was going to take him seriously when they shouldn't have. And the consequences, of course, were massive. Not for him, not for Rogan, obviously, but for the world. And I would argue that Piker is doing the same thing, but with Ukraine. But what really matters at the end of the day, of course, is what kind of consequences there will be for Ukraine because of the positions of people like Piker. In other words, is it really that big of a deal that he's been so wrong about Ukraine? Well, it would be one thing if Piker were the only online leftist who's been so terribly wrong about Ukraine. In that case, I wouldn't be so concerned. Like,
what the fuck is that background noise?
If he were to Ukraine what Jimmy Dore consequences there will be for Ukraine because of the positions of people like Piker. In other words, is it really that big of a deal that he's been so wrong about Ukraine? Well, it would be one thing if Piker were the only online leftist who's been so terribly wrong about Ukraine. In that case, I wouldn't be so concerned. Like, if he were to Ukraine what Jimmy Dore has been for COVID, oh well. The problem is, Piker's not been alone on the left in having such terrible takes on Ukraine, and frankly aiding Russian invaders by spreading their propaganda to millions of people around the world, intentionally or not. I do believe that there have been and will continue to be consequences in Ukraine because of people like Piker, but it's too early to know how significant that damage will be. But here's the thing. The point of this video is that it isn't just about Ukraine. This is a much bigger problem for the left because credibility is much more important when you're trying to make leftward progress. And this is because, unlike conservatism, where the goal is to move to the right or create stagnation or regression, moving left necessitates change and newness, which tends to scare a lot of people, especially the kind of people who vote with the greatest regularity. And the farther left you hope to move society, the more important it is to have credible voices making that case for you. We, the left, need to do some serious soul searching about who's out there making the case for our values. Who are we being guided by to get to the right policy choices and political calculations? Is the left really prepared to enter the 2022 midterms being guided by voices who are showing themselves to be not that credible?
LOL.
To the left if we keep going down this road. Well, I would suggest that you ask some pre-Trump Republicans. See, Trump didn't just take the Republican brand farther right. He turned the Republican Party insane. Ultra-right, yes, but also fucking crazy. which are two importantly, distinctly different characteristics. Right wing and crazy.
Fucking
I know on the left we like to assume these are synonymous things, but they're different characteristics. So should the left keep pushing Democrats further left? Absolutely. But should the left be led to moving all of our people into our own crazyville just because Republicans did in 2016? I sure as fuck hope not. Well, those are my thoughts. Here's what I want to know from you. First, do you agree with my hypothesis that the left has a credibility problem on its hands? And if you think I'm wrong, please tell me, because I would love to be wrong. I'd also love to know, what does credibility mean to you? What do you...
Interesting. I really like this guy. I think he's really cool. All right, Samantha. Yeah, speaking of which, how long am I off Twitch? 2 weeks unless they fucking email me, but I don't have any contact at Twitch to like ask them to please review my appeal. So yeah, I still don't have a response from Twitch in my email, so yeah, Samantha, where the fuck is Lauren's debate against Lycan from last night? All right, you're supposed to be you know, like friends with her. All right, tell her to drop the fucking video. We're talking about Mr. Girl? No. It was a Groiper fucking mass report campaign saying that I was being hateful towards Russians, saying I was being racist. Yeah. Want me to set you up on Odyssey? I don't think that Odyssey is going to solve my problems here. Like, I don't think that that's going to be the thing that helps me, so. Russians aren't a race? I know, it's kind of crazy how these people who are so anti-censorship and taking people off the, off of platforms. Oh, shut up. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let me see here. I think Relly did a review on it. Well, I don't want to like sit there and watch someone else. I hate it when I have to watch someone else's review of something, because then I have to like not only react to and talk about the thing that we're actually watching, but we have to watch and react to their fucking thing too. It's just annoying. After they realize their lives are going nowhere? No, that's the thing. Groipers are these like weird people that, while they are definitely like those high school people that you're talking about, right? They're also incredibly just like young. Like if you look at I don't know what the actual average age of a Groiper is, right? But it's 1 second. Let me get some fucking free money here. I desperately need to get more money every level. Jesus Christ. But anyway, Groipers are like, I think their average age is somewhere in like the 21 or 22 area, right? They don't have widespread support outside of a very small segment of very young and disaffected white dudes. And it's honestly kind of fucking sad that they're so they're so fucked up. I honestly feel more pity for Groipers than I have anger for Groipers. They're just too they're too sad for me to be angry at them, I'd say a bit wider of, right, that's why I was saying like the average. I'm not giving an age range. I'm saying the average age is somewhere in the 21 to 22 area, right? Long enough to be out of high school to know they're no longer the cool kids. They were never the cool kids. They were never the cool kids. Don't think that they ever had anything more than just like their small group of friends, okay? They're not like the ultra popular kids. Even Nick Fuentes, I don't think was like popular when he was in high school. Aren't there like copy pastas? Aren't there not copy pastas? Weren't there threads on 4chan where people were like talking about, yeah, I went to high school with Nick Fuentes and he was just like a super loser. Nobody really talked to him and he was always trying to be like cool with everybody, but nobody wanted to be friends with him. And he like during gym one time, he fell down while jogging a mile and like shit his pants or something. I don't see it there. Yeah, they must have taken it down for some reason. Something about picking his nose. Oh, well, he did that on screen, on stream rather. Those threads exist for every e-celeb though? Well, yeah, that's because every e-celeb is a fucking loser. I believe every single one of them almost, just because I can totally see every single one of these people who are these online people being losers in high school. And if someone ever makes a fucking thing about me, it's probably true too. All right? Because I was just a loser in fucking high school. I didn't shit my pants, so I do have that one up on Nick. Okay? Never shit my pants. Never, don't have fucking videos of me picking my nose and eating it. You know. I think like the worst thread that could come out is on Lauren Southern's Twitch page. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of linking that we need. Just telling me where it is since there's no links allowed in chat. Also, Beheller, don't you fucking hate me? Why have you been in chat for so fucking long? Okay, let me see. Lauren Southern Live.
I don't know. What are father, a priest, a whatever the fuck religion you are?
Somewhere, both of you need to go.
We're speeding it up a little bit.
All right, here's Father Lycan for all y'all in the chat.
Wait, hold on. Let me unwrap my crucifix.
Why did he dress as a fucking priest? Does anyone have an answer for that? Is he just trying to make her more comfortable because she's Catholic or something?
In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Nice, I took you off camera just for that.
Alright, I think I got you both now. Lycan, stop casting fucking spells.
I'm not that kind of priest, dog. It's real life, not WoW.
Oh, no.
A cloven-hooved STD? What the fuck does that mean?
Sorry, guys. It's gonna take me a while to figure out how to put him on screen again. I took him off and then lost it. Gone.
You can always find your way back to Christ.
True. Based. All right. Lauren with her tech skills.
Who's
absolutely.
Karma Bats and Badgers?
When I start streaming more than 2 hours a month, I will. I assume I'll improve at this. I assume. I could be wrong. I like how you just have the one candle going in the background too. That's good.
Sorry, Caesar. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, let's heat things up a bit.
Sorry, is it just so that I know, since you've been in chat for the past 2 days, is it Caesar or Cesar? Because I've met people that use both. Lycan head on leggings? Oh, good for him. He must have been very warm. So she's changed, right? I don't know. Wait, are you talking about Lauren Southern? I don't know if she's actually changed or not. I don't know if like she's always been like this and like she's just was like stupid and was around like bad people or what the fuck ever. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter, but Christ, she's gonorrhea in human form. Caesar. Okay, got it. Caesar. Oh god, he does have on leggings. Look at that. Are they leopard print?
Wait, you can't. Jesus Christ, like him. Okay, I think the other shot was better with the lights off and the candle in the background and the leg not there.
Sorry, I didn't mean to overstimulate your Christian sensibilities, Steve.
Thank you.
All right, this is why we got the.
Okay, we're skipping forward. I don't care about the banter at the beginning. The bants.
I know this is gonna be the boring one. To take a jab at a guy. It's low hanging fruit. His father's work or something, and yet
scroll back. I went too far.
An unholy duel between Lauren Southern and Lycan Ambrose. Okay, over a disagreement about Lauren's highly inflammatory Twitter comments. Who wants to start?
I'll kick it off because I want to baseline us on what we're going to talk about, because the big question's been, what are you going to debate? And it's kind of like, well, we're really just going to have a discussion about some Twitter disagreements.
It's not a discussion.
I hate people that fucking do the. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I think if you're going to go into a discussion, you have to make it clear that you want a discussion rather than a fucking debate, okay? Not, you can't fucking go into a debate and then say it's going to be more of a discussion than a debate. That feels like some weird cop-out answer, like way to like get around arguing with people, you know? Trying to rebuild her brand, but she's still the same little Nazi she always was. She's just savvy enough to know that Nazi is no longer on brand since Trump lost. I think that people can change. I think that people, and I think that people used a lot of rhetoric when they were younger that they don't actually agree with, but they thought that that was like the correct way to talk about it. I just don't have enough. I watched a shitload of Lauren Southern videos before I talked to her that one time, right? I watched like, I want to say like 10 hours of videos, maybe more. Right, I watched her fucking documentaries, and I watched some of her like individual YouTube videos, and the vibe I got from her was very, very far right, possibly to the point of ethno-nationalism, but I never got like the Jews are controlling the world, right? I'm not coping. This is just like my honest opinion. This is the way that I've, after watching fucking way too much Lauren Southern. That's the vibe I got. And she seems like she's moderated a little bit, but she's still she'll still pop out with some weird shit where she'll like randomly start talking about, you know, how obviously the systems in place are not working, and like we need to rethink how we do, you know, different things, right? But she never gets like too specific. People always forget that she's really young. Yeah, she's like the same age or a little bit younger than me. When she did the whole Great Replacement movie, I think she was like under 20 years old.
This is a debate.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. So the 3 points. One is going to be on the use of. You made the comment that most girls go out and wreck their daddy's Porsches. Trudeau goes out and
that is exactly the comment I made.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah, me Rootsy. That's when I would say call someone a fascist and not a fucking Nazi. Also, for anyone that doesn't like Samantha, I don't think that Samantha is racist. She's very edgy and she'll say like racist jokes, but it's not. You have to be able to differentiate between people that are actually racist and people that are into edgy jokes. And that can be hard when you're talking to someone like Samantha. To be fair, Samantha, it's hard to tell with you since you will just like go on and say the most fucking like abhorrent shit. But you have to be able to get a, like get an eye for that, or maybe an ear if you're listening to them, you know? I definitely know. Well, if you can point to something that I don't know about.
What was the
Keep going.
What was the rest of it? His father's what? His father's work or something? And
Yeah, exactly.
Constitution or some shit, or just picture
The Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so there was that one. So the overarching point for that one is using a sexist joke that reinforces harmful stereotypes.
By the way, if you guys are watching right now and you have not liked the live stream, definitely do that because it makes it to where it's much easier for people to find us on their homepage and shit. Okay.
I know this is gonna be the boring one. To take a jab at a guy. It's
Unban me
low-hanging
from
fruit.
Lauren's
I disagreed
Twitch.
with doing that. I made the comment, now deleted, so you tell me if you disagree with my recollection of what I said. I said, disparaging women to take a jab at a dude. Nice. To which you retweeted and said, congratulations, you saved all men, and then we had her back and forth.
Actually, I said you saved all women.
Why does she have them so quiet? I hate that so much. Samantha, you gotta tell her to like equalize her fucking volume or something. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. Saved all women.
You saved
So there
my
was that.
entire gender.
Yes, and that one led to the comment of this wasn't even serious commentary. Hold that thought, because we'll get to that one. Next interaction was a comment about people using Russian flags and Ukrainian flags.
Hey, you can argue. Hey,
like
listen.
it actually means something. I use
People are more than welcome to argue in my chat, okay? Totally fine. Just don't be cringe about it.
the word LARPer, right?
I didn't use the word LARP, but that would be fitting. It was a banger of a tweet. I said that people putting Russian flags and Ukrainian flags in their bios were like people picking factions in an RPG.
Okay, that's right. All right, yeah, so pretty close. Anyway, so she made that comment.
People very much do not like Samantha. I don't get it. Samantha's fucking funny as shit.
I disagreed with it, kind of making allusions to 9/11 and how the world showed flags for solidarity with the United States. And then we kind of went back and forth, and you started saying, you know, you're having an argument with someone that isn't even there. And then you said, this isn't even serious commentary. So we're going to talk about the Ukrainian flag thing, but we're also going to talk, the first thing I think we should talk about is my feelings about the comment, this isn't even serious commentary.
Okay.
Because I want to like watch that one out. Because when people see this, or the things we're going to talk about, some are going to think this is a little trivial. Why'd you go after it? It's because at the end of the day, I think that little things can still amount to a bigger picture of someone's way they operate and the way they view the world. So while it wasn't super serious, I do think the first one was pretty serious, because you were saying that Trudeau's fucking up the country in a document or a piece of your constitution. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, it's technically in the Constitution, but it's specifically the Charter. Yeah.
So while you were making a joke and a flippant comment, I believe you were making a serious bit of commentary about your prime minister, or what do you call him? President?
Prime Minister, yeah.
Prime Minister, okay. Would you agree you were, even though joking, making a serious comment?
I mean, if you want to take the fact that I dislike Trudeau, and I think that he has, to an extent, gone against kind of the values of Canada and the Charter, for sure, but it wasn't like, let's have a hard-hitting discussion about how he's violated the Charter. It was just a joke.
But you believe what you're saying, right? Like, you think that...
No, I don't think that Justin Trudeau is a girl with daddy issues, no.
No.
Oh, hold on, one second. I'm tapping the judges panel here, and there, hold on.
Well, no.
This is one thing that even in my conversation with her, which I wish we had a little bit longer to talk, I feel like she plays everything off like a joke. But I think that she's smarter than like Nick Fuentes, right? Game over. That's irritating. Was it just that one dude? Jesus Christ. Kill me. Okay. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Lauren Southern, she does this thing where she like talks about everything being a joke. And she acts like she doesn't understand what someone's argument is, right? And I've noticed this a lot. She does this thing where she'll explode someone's argument into the most ridiculous possible fucking thing. And then she'll attack the most ridiculous aspect of their argument without ever actually addressing it, right? In like a very smug way. It's very effective, right? It's very effective, but it's really irritating if you're actually trying to hear what her opinion is.
Oh, hold on.
Wait, no, hey, excuse me.
All right.
They're letting me know that we are going to need a serious, committed answer from you here, Lauren. Was it meant to be a serious commentary on Justin Trudeau's prime ministership or not? We're going to need a firm answer on that.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. I think, And I don't think this is the biggest thing to disagree on. I think it was. I think you have a feeling about him, and you.
I have that feeling, which coincides with the joke, but it wasn't meant to be a serious political analysis to any degree. No.
Sure.
No more than talking about people putting flags in their bios being like factions in an RPG is a serious political commentary.
But you do have a genuine feeling about it, right? So even if that
about the
wasn't
issue
meant
for
to
sure.
be,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I say when I say you're like, it's not even serious commentary. I'm like, yeah, well, you're still having a bit of commentary, even if it's joking. So you have followers that are going to take that seriously, right? I assume that the people that you don't have a lot of hate followers.
Yeah, it's weird.
Either way, there's a lot of people that like what you say and listen to it. And one of the mistakes, I'm going to take an L right now, and is thinking that you would process what I said in any way that actually understands what I was getting at. So do you get what I was
Thanks for
getting at?
insulting my intelligence while saying you're taking an L. That's real cute.
Well, because the thing is that I forgot that you are a conservative, and like the so
right. So I have no capability of understanding what you're saying, or perhaps an L. That's
any way that actually listen to it. And one of the mistakes, I'm going to take an L right now, and is thinking that you would process what I said in any way that actually understands what I was getting at. So do you get what I was
Thanks for
getting at?
insulting my intelligence while saying you're taking
did.
an L.
Okay.
That's real cute.
Well, because the thing is that I forgot that you are a conservative, and like the so
right. So I have no capability of understanding what you're saying, or perhaps maybe like, and I just disagree with you. It could be
you can
that.
disagree with me, absolutely, but I think that's something that. So you invoked the name of our good friend here, Steven, and said that Steven is a fan of banter and would agree with me, and to which I said no, he wouldn't. And this is Steven, where your integrity gets tested. My overall point was that if you use something that reinforces a negative stereotype about someone on your massive platform where you have a lot of people listening to you, you implicitly or explicitly give them permission to continue believing that or employing that themselves.
Okay.
That was my overall issue.
Okay, so you feel that my tweet saying that Trudeau is like a girl with daddy issues reinforces negative stereotypes about girls? I would say yes to an extent. Comparing girls to Justin Trudeau is an offense to girls. But
see, she's just memeing. She's just memeing. She's not actually addressing any, because like, yes, like if okay, I don't think that Lauren Southern is a good debater. I think that she only accepts debates so that she can call out people who she thinks are incredibly who have like incredibly stupid critiques that she can then meme on them for. She doesn't actually want to debate anything serious, because the past couple of times she's done that, outside of the time she debated Lance from the Surfs, the past couple of times she's done that, she got fucking blown the fuck out. Okay, so and just fall back to memes? No, because some of them do want to debate and actually like argue with people, but like I don't think that she does. I think that what she wants to do is she wants to go there and she wants to fucking meme on people who are stupid, which, you know what? Good for you. That sounds fun, right? But at the same time, yeah, she just wants to own libs. Listen to how she's answered everything thus far. It's just been kind of a derisive, you know, meme response. Ah, yes, yeah. Comparing women to Justin Trudeau is an insults to women. It's just like, come on, you can do better than that. You can actually respond. But I don't think she really wants to. Holy shit, what the fuck is this? Lance is fucking god awful. I can't watch him talk to people anymore. I genuinely think that he is one of the stupidest motherfuckers on the internet. Holy fucking shit. It's actually aggravating. Watching Lance was one of the things that stopped making me openly be a fucking socialist. Okay? And then after that, because I was not doing socialist things on stream, I just stopped being a socialist altogether. Like, he is one of the catalysts for me dropping that label. It is unfucking real how stupid that dude is. Jesus fucking Christ. But anyways, the what was I fucking saying? Yeah, she's just like answering derisively. It has nothing to do with actually wanting to respond to him. He has a legitimate critique here. You're making a sexist joke that's like, in order to insult Justin Trudeau, since he's a white dude, there's nothing like immediate that you can think of, like no immediate stereotype that you can point towards that is about white men that would be offensive. So she has to insult him by comparing him to a woman, you know? She probably holds positions that share feelings with her posts, but ultimately she's just doing things to go to her audience so that she can continue. Damn, I need to be better about that, all right? I'm going to have to, you know what? I'm going to pay Lauren Southern. I'm going to go to Lauren Southern University to be more of a troll on the internet and be more bad faith on in discussions.
Yeah, that's where I'll take an L and agree with you.
But you don't believe that making those types of comments with your power and platform has any social significance?
Sure, but like we can apply this to we wouldn't even be allowed to joke about anything if we are going to get that specific about jokes, right? You can't even make a daddy issues joke because that's going to have a certain power dynamic to it. I don't observe everything through the lens of this like crazy power dynamic stuff that you do. I assume most reasonable people can tell this is a joke, and that comparing Justin Trudeau to a girl with daddy issues doesn't mean that all girls have daddy issues and are going to crash their dad's car. I would assume most reasonable people can process that. Would you agree?
Again,
Oh
it's
my God,
about the
why are there
implicit.
so
More than
many?
the explicit, it's about the implicit. It's like, yeah, sure, most people are going to know that Justin Trudeau isn't a girl with daddy issues, and most people aren't going to walk away with that immediately thinking, ha, that's right, women have
So
daddy
wait, what do
issues.
you
That's
what do
so
you
funny.
think people what problematic mindset do you think people are going to take away from that tweet and take into the world and harm the world more?
It's that negative view of women. It's that, like, think of every kind of stereotype. It's just so they go to your tweet and they hear that stereotype. They go talk to their friends, they hear another stereotype. They listen to another streamer, they hear another stereotype. And these are little things that in those moments aren't doing anything significant by themselves, but then they're creating this overall image of women and giving these people permission to either engage with that in a way that causes other people that would enact that information or that feeling in a negative way, or for them to, continue spreading it and even to joke about it themselves. So I assume that, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, I assume you as a woman, as someone to make a comment about that, even if they were joking, it might irk you, or at least some sort of
Clearly not, because I'm
gender-based
making the comments, but
You are now, but
I would have to ask, do you think if I said Justin Trudeau were acting like a little boy and having a tantrum, you would be as upset?
not at all,
Why?
because he is a boy. So you're not, doing I have to compare him to a woman to go ahead and take
Bite
him down.
that
And
bullet.
two, because little boys
Yeah, okay,
have
so
tantrums.
you know, when I was thinking about that tweet, I was more so trying to give the impression of Justin Trudeau is mad at his father and so he's acting out, has a bad relationship. I don't actually believe that. He could have had a perfectly fine relationship with his dad, but the joke is like, oh, a girl goes out and destroys her car, destroys something, or a kid goes out, they have issues with their parents, blah, blah, blah. It's the contrast that he's obviously not a little girl. He's obviously not having relational issues with his parent. He is the prime minister of a country. He is clearly a man.
Wait,
I hate to have to explain how jokes work and it's the contrast of how a joke works. Maybe you don't find it funny. That's perfectly fine. But jokes.
But it's not about explaining how jokes work. He understands how jokes work. He just doesn't think your joke is good. That's the difference between you and him. And that's why you have to explain why your joke is okay when he disagrees. Never mind.
Work with contrast.
I genuinely found it funny. I did find it funny. But then there's that next moment that hits you. It's like, well, that's low hanging fruit. It's not good to use those kind of jokes. So let me ask you, what's the male equivalent?
Well, that's interesting. So that's what I was actually thinking when I was writing the tweet. I was like, oh, he's a guy, and I want to maybe say like, oh, most kids when they have issues with their parents, blah, 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 they'll just like crash the car or something or go to a party, but that doesn't really work because it's issues with his dad. And
there's no way. No, I think she's fucking lying. She's fucking lying. She doesn't need to do this. I was actually thinking about how to make this tweet not sexist before I tweeted it out, but then I decided, no, I am in fact going to make it sexist because I can. She's a liar. She's a fucking liar. Shut the fuck up.
And his dad is the one who put forward the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So I guess really only the daddy issues joke works. So I'll say girl. It wasn't like I'm going to compare him to a girl. It was the daddy issues trope that I was using. And people only know it in that context with girls typically, which sure, we can talk about a larger societal problem of assuming that daddy issues is only something that girls have, but not in a joke tweet, right? It's not, I don't think that's reinforcing any harm on the world to have a joke about women in general. And I don't think that as a woman, I am not offended by something that is clearly a joke. I would be offended if someone who was unreasonable took that as being applied to all women and all women have daddy issues, or even the idea that daddy issues are a girl's or a woman's fault and not the dad for being a bad dad kind of thing.
So this is where having the massive platform comes into play, because it's not just the joke. It's not just the fact that there really isn't a good, easy, socially accepted equivalent to that joke to make about a man, which is part of the problem. Therefore, you had to.
Why do we have to have a good social? Why do we have to have an equivalent? I'm sure there are plenty of jokes about men that exist that only really apply to men, and I don't think we need to have an exact equivalent.
The point about the equivalent is that is that highlights the issue that it is a stereotype about women.
Okay, so when we make jokes about like Biden sniffing little girls, and pedo jokes are almost always applied to men. Like him being a pedo, him being creepy, him being this, that, and the other. There's very few female equivalents to that, especially applying to female politicians. And that's probably the worst thing you can call someone, right? I am not offended as a woman. I'd maybe be offended as a guy that there's no female equivalent, but that's just how the world works because that's how gender dynamics work. There are differences, and stereotypes and jokes are based on sometimes exacerbating those differences and taking those stereotypes and exaggerating them in circumstances and using them. As long as people understand it as a joke, and I don't literally think all young girls are dumb and stupid and destroy their parents' stuff like Justin Trudeau. Like, I don't think a reasonable person believes that. If you think reasonable people genuinely take that conclusion, well, I'm very concerned about your view of the average person. I don't think the average person is particularly, 10,000 IQ out here, but they're not that.
So that's a really good way to play to an audience, is to like kind of butter them up and make them feel like, oh yeah, I'm an average person and I didn't feel this way. She's talking about me right now. That's a really, really actually clever way to, garner more support for your case in a debate. Like, no memes, just reels, okay? If you ever want to just be a rhetorician, like that's the way to fucking do it, okay?
That's stupid.
Well, again, it's two parts. First, one I want to get to, which is, yeah, sure, you didn't intend it that way, but again, you're putting it out to your 400,000 plus Twitter followers, and then it gets retweeted and spread from there, and so more people are exposed to it. So the point is that you might intend it one way, you might think and have your belief that there isn't harm, but these things are shown to actually cause harm. These are shown to reinforce.
What do you mean? Okay, so how would that tweet cause harm, and how has it been shown that a tweet like that will cause harm? Like, what direct harm to the world do you think my Justin Trudeau has daddy issues tweet is going out into the world and causing?
So you're blowing it up to make it sound like I'm saying that you directly caused the harm to X number of women based on the number of people who saw your tweet.
She has to blow it up.
It's the way you're making it sound.
So no, I'm asking, what harm is coming from that, genuinely?
Those type, I already painted that picture. You make this joke, someone else makes another joke. You have different people hearing these constantly, and then they invoke those in their daily lives. They believe them. Or
How does it invoke in their daily lives?
Therefore, creates a harder time for women because they either have to succumb to these jokes or suffer these jokes. They have to hear it, or they have people that are treating them certain ways based on the way.
I'm sorry, that pisses me off. Women can handle jokes. Women can handle jokes about themselves.
So when I was in the Marine,
we don't need people.
She doesn't understand. Hold on. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. Why is she getting so fucking triggered? I hold on. I actually can't tell if she's triggered or if she's acting triggered for like audience reasons. It's probably got to be for audience reasons. Let's see.
Everybody, wait, hold on. If I talk, we are quiet.
All right, Dylan, thank you.
We're bringing it back for a moment, okay? Getting loud. Let's take a deep breath. Okay.
Give me a fucking mortar already. Holy fuck.
Women can take jokes, and Lycan wanted to tell a story about the Marines. Yes. Hold on, Lauren, were you done with your point about women taking jokes?
Yeah, I guess I'll just let him mansplain over me with his...
there it is.
Yep,
Good job.
With his Marine power complex. All right, let's go.
Okay, Lycan, go with your Marine story. Go ahead.
We had a Korean guy, his name was Lee. Can you guess what we used to call Lee?
Do I want to? Or am I going to get banned from Twitch?
Probably not. The judges are saying that it's probably not advisable that Lauren...
Right, but that's not his point at all. Right, Samantha? His point isn't that women can't take jokes. He's talking about like a broader like societal issue. And to pretend like it's just about women making jokes is like completely missing the fucking point.
Lauren guesses what you used to call your Korean.
We used to call Lee Ree. Go ahead. And we called him Ree because it is an Asian stereotype that Asians can't say L's, etc. So Lee used to laugh along with it. He would ha 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 and all that stuff. But something you realize when you talk to people more and you kind of open up these ideas of, hey, how did that actually make you feel? A lot of these people feel pressure to laugh along with those things. A lot of them feel that they have to in order to be accepted, that they don't want to be the party pooper. Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but you know what? Goddamn, kind of gets fucking annoying. And a lot of people don't communicate those things. So it's not a matter of whether a woman can or cannot handle those jokes. It's a matter of, should women have to? Should women be put into a place where those jokes make them feel otherized, where it's like, all right, someone's always taking the piss out of me. How many times do you think a woman, in good faith from the man's part, it has some comment made to her about, whoa, where was that anger from? Is your visitor here? Or some shit like that. Like those comments get made all the time. They put women in uncomfortable positions. So what I'm saying is by you making that joke, people are like, ha, I can make a daddy's issues joke. It's not going to be in that moment they're having that immediate thought. You're reinforcing it because you lose control of it to your 400,000 plus followers and everyone else it spreads to.
My
So by
answer
me-
to that would be women have to learn to take jokes. That's the real world. It's not going away. And if you put them in a bubble where they never have to hear a joke about themselves or their gender or a
This is a
stereotype,
non-answer.
you're not preparing them for the real world. The real world isn't changing at any time. I'm not changing at any point. I'm not going to stop making jokes because people are too stupid to understand they're a joke and take it personally. I'm not. And most people aren't going to do that either. Like, this is like some utopian fantasy you have about what the world can and should. We need to teach women to toughen up and not take those things seriously if they're having that reaction. Maybe in certain environments, like a work environment, sure, talking about your friend Lee and people calling him Ree instead, sure, in a work environment, you can say, all right, that's not going to be the case in this environment, we can control that, whatever, that makes sense. But in the wider world, these jokes are going to exist, these stereotypes are going to exist, and they are never going away. And telling people just don't do it rather than, you know, preparing women for the real world, even if you are in an environment where you're never going to hear a joke, I still think you should be prepared to let a joke brush off your shoulders. I still think that everyone should be prepared for that, because if you collapse at the sight of a joke and you lose confidence and faith in your
That's
gender,
not the
holy
point.
shit. I mean, you were a pathetic
He's not
gender to begin
saying-
with. I mean, the picture you're painting of women for me is a much weaker, more pathetic version of women than I have in my mind, which I just find it so unbelievably sexist when people...
I think she might actually be triggered here because she doesn't understand. He's gonna bend off to the, like, that's not what his point is. He's saying that, like, just because that's the way that it is doesn't mean that's the way it ought to be. And if we all agree that that's the way, like, it ought not be that way, then we should probably do something to try and make that not happen anymore, right? I think that's a totally reasonable fucking thing to say. I don't know about you, but I do think that that's like relatively reasonable. Okay. I can't imagine what world it wouldn't be reasonable, but if we all agree that something is bad and we just keep on doing things that perpetuate the bad thing over and over and over and over, then all we're going to do is continue to see that thing happen in society. Yes, it's going to happen, and we're not saying that women shouldn't, like, deal with those things or learn to toughen up, but that's not what his point is at all. He's not talking about the women in this situation. He's talking about, like, the fact that you're making these jokes is going to reinforce in people's mind that it's okay to make these jokes, and therefore they're going to make these jokes more, which means that we're, like, just never going to get out of this cycle. We can simultaneously say women do need to be strong, and you know, people who are minorities, and you know, like, if you're like an incel and someone calls you a virgin and that hurts your feelings a whole lot, we should those people should toughen up and learn to deal with those things. At the same time, they shouldn't have to deal with those things, and so we should be trying to do things to make it happen less, you know?
Portray or believe in women to be this way, to be so fragile. And
it's not about fragility, and it's not about women. This applies to any minority. This applies to any oppressed group, the marginalized group. This is a bigger issue than just that.
Okay, well, my
This isn't about
minorities,
women.
strengthen your mind, because you're gonna have to fucking do
Why
that
should
if
they
you want to
have-
survive
okay.
in this world.
The
Don't listen
workplace
to
is
these
a-
progressive people.
the
It's probably
workplace-
only gonna be a short period of time that we have this weird little, you know, it's always a thin layer of civility in society, and that shit will snap in an instant, and you'll be oppressed, you'll be called names any time in your life, depending on where you are in the world,
What
and
the
you
fuck are
better
you
be
talking
able to
about?
survive that. You better be able to live with that and keep going forward, because if you can't, you're gonna crumble and fucking fail at life.
Do you believe women deal with major issues in the workplace, in your typical office environment? Do you
Yeah.
think women more than men? More than... Okay.
I
Do you
absolutely
they
think
should
women
have
deal with
to?
issues, and I think telling them they just shouldn't have to is the worst advice you could ever give women. It doesn't prepare them
I'm
for
not
the real
saying
world.
that.
That's not his argument at all. It's not his argument at all. I don't think she actually understands it. At first I thought that she was just doing the meme stuff, but I think that she's actually just mad over something that he's not saying at all.
You think they should have to?
No, of course not.
Wait, hold on. This is the same logic as I don't want to work for my spending money, so pay me so I don't have to engage in labor that I don't agree with. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? This is nothing at all like that. How the fuck is it the same logic? I'm like actually interested. I want to know. Oh shit, you know what? I think that the playlist is playing music that is not on my playlist. And I don't know if this is copyrighted. Okay, none of it. There's no. Okay, cool. We're good. I actually thought that you would explain it to me, but I'm just gonna.
And how do we get that?
Do I think
how do we
crime
make
should
that better?
exist? No. Do I think murder should exist?
How do we make
No.
that better? How do we make?
Yeah, no, exactly. We don't think that those things should exist, right? It sucks that those things exist. They might not go away entirely, but what are things that we could do to mitigate them? We could try to increase police funding. We can try to increase spending in order to like reduce poverty rates in the United States, so that people don't feel inclined to do crime because their needs are already met. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yes, like this is the exact same thing. Crime sucks. We should do something about it. And to say that we just have to deal with crime is not an answer for how to lower crime statistics.
Make that better.
How do we make that better?
Just tell them to suck it up, make them tougher, or do we
That's
teach
one
people to
part
maybe
of it.
not make the comments?
That's absolutely one part of it. That's
There is nothing
absolutely one
wrong
part
with
of it.
telling women, hey, the world is going to be tough and you got to be ready to handle it because things aren't where they should be. But we don't stop there. We then stop the people that make those workplaces uncomfortable, that make those hostile environments, that make it hard for women to progress, that hold that women back. We tell them to stop doing the shit they're doing that's hurting women. Do we not?
Listen, I have grown up in a very feminist society. I've grown up with feminism all throughout my schooling, with it all throughout my workforce, all throughout the law, definitely within my government in Canada, and I've still, in the workforce, experienced in situations where I have lost opportunities because I wouldn't sleep with a guy or I wouldn't flirt with a guy, because that is a reality. And there is no law, there's no comments or social situation that's going to get
And how do you fix it, Lauren? How do you fix it? That's the conversation that you're having right now, is how to make it not happen for people in the future. It might still happen in the short term, but you know what? We should try and do something to try and fix it.
get rid of that. And half of the men think they're feminists that do this shit too. So like, I am so annoyed when people don't want to prepare women for the real world and say, hey, you're gonna have to learn to set your own boundaries.
Fucking feminist.
You don't tell the world don't make jokes. You don't tell the, no. You don't tell the world you're all the ones that have to change your behavior for me. You strengthen the individual. That is what is empowering to women, minorities,
because I get to go through my life.
If someone makes a joke about you, you are comfortable enough in yourself. I am comfortable enough as a woman that I can deal with that and be fine. And I can see when someone is serious about a joke about women and they're genuinely trying to take them down a notch, they're pretty insecure as a man. I can see that. You gotta teach women that. You don't just tell them to crumble. You never should have to hear that. You'll never have to deal with that in your life. We're gonna create an environment where it's never gonna exist because that's impossible. It's not gonna fucking happen, man.
It is going to happen. The more we teach people, you don't make these comments, and you don't make these jokes.
Excuse me, we need to let Lycan get a full thought out here. He's being cut off quite aggressively. Sorry, Lycan.
This is what an empowered woman sounds like, Lycan, all right?
Lycan, go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not liking it. I think I'm gonna take Lauren's side on this. Fuck this bullshit. Don't talk to me like that. No.
There you go. Stand up for yourself.
Listen, lady, okay?
Oh shit, she's doing the emasculation
we don't just,
memes.
like I said, we don't stop at just telling them, hey, toughen up. We want people to stop doing this. I get to go through my life as a man. As a white man too, so I'm gonna do the white man card. As a white man, I don't deal with the implicit stereotypes that black people deal with on a daily basis. I go through less stress, less scrutiny, less suffering because I don't have to deal with that. So my day-to-day is just insanely fucking better than your average black person living in an area where they're being discriminated against. And the same goes as being a man. I am living my life as a man, getting promotions, getting raises, not being thought about as bitchy or pushy or all these other negative stereotypes that are associated with women when they do what men do, which is be assertive and work for yourself, defend yourself, promote yourself, things like that. So I don't have to deal with that. So I get to go ahead and do
Launch
good work,
right there.
Get promoted, feel success, and not have to have any of that other shit pushing against me. So it's not enough to just tell someone, hey, the world's gonna be tough, because it's tough for men too. The world's gonna be tough and you gotta stick it out and go fucking against it. You also have to get everyone else to stop making it tough.
There's so much true shit that he's saying.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so when you make those jokes on Twitter, again, you empower other people, you encourage other people, you give them implicit or explicit permission to go on and make those jokes, and then that just contributes to their overall view of women. They start making those jokes, and next thing you know, that other person says, well, someone must have daddy issues, and then homegirl 3 cubicles down hears that, and now it's like, God fucking damn, dude, another thing.
I respect your understanding of the female experience, I do, but I actually think you're coming at it from, yes, a male privileged position where you can't see that even in the most feminist environments. You will have men preaching feminism to you, and then the next moment they'll be shitting on you for being a woman in some way. Like I had a feminist journalist.
What? This just goes more towards his point. You're supporting his point. She's trying to boil it down to feminism because that's the only talking point she knows how to engage with here. But that's not what he's saying. Oh, also, she has the same earphones as I was using before, but they're pink. I just realized that because it has the the cord that goes into like a guitar or something like that, going into the ear.
Follow me around for years. And I was talking to him about, you know, I want to make sure that women are portrayed in a light that is about our success, that is about our perseverance, that is about how there are women who can work in this industry. And the only thing he wanted to talk about was my status as a woman and my oppression as a woman and how I dealt with misogyny. So like this perspective and this view of women as only victims of misogyny, as only oppressed, is in itself a form of sexism. Just see us as the same. Just see us as capable of dealing with a workforce and environment,
She's
the real
such a
world
girl
as
boss.
men. It is so frustrating as a woman to always be put in this context and light of it's all about my sex life. It's all about.
Listen, you know what? How fucking woke and based. All right. Listen, she's such a girl boss. I think she's going to grow up to be a CEO.
How I'm oppressed. It's all about how, oh, woe is me as a woman. I just want to be treated the same. And constantly treating me like I can't take a joke, like I can't make a joke, without
one's
somehow
saying
having some
that,
broader
though.
context that's harming all other females as if we're some collective is also upsetting. It's frustrating.
I
And, you know,
totally fucking get it. Oh, no. Let me just agree the fuck out of what you're saying. Absolutely. The infantilization of women, just like the infantilization of minorities in any of these circumstances, is really fucking annoying. And you get these dumb fuck white men, white women that want to come out and be the arbiters of social justice and defend all these situations, and they get really fucking cringe about it. And sure, yeah, there are those dipshit male feminists that kind of seem to only do that shit because it gets them close to the ladies. I totally get that. All that shit you're saying is fine. But at the end of the day, what this comes down to is you are an erudite, intelligent, well-spoken woman who can do a lot of funny
I thought
shit.
I thought I wasn't even capable of understanding you.
Well, see, you know what? I'm a man, and I have some implicit biases, okay? And sometimes I'm just going to
Oh,
over-explain
shut up.
things because I assume that the dumb woman brain can't fucking handle
Why
it.
didn't you can't engage in the same thing you're criticizing her for in the middle of this fucking debate?
Except
Stay on
the thing is,
topic.
yes, the thing is that if you were to show some self-awareness, and that, hey, I know that
Wait,
these
what am
kids
I
are trying
what am
to
I
do
not
X, Y, and Z,
self-aware about?
the impact
Please
that your
kill
words
this
have.
thing. It killed me last time.
That
in
there
one
are
shot.
jokes about women that sometimes cause idiots to think they apply to all women.
That you as a, what I was getting to before I
How
before
long
Steven
does it
derailed me
take?
for that,
Why is it so hard to kill him?
Is you have this platform, you are smart, you are capable. Make a different joke. It's one of those like, it's not hard. If you know that has that potential for that impact, and this is me, if I were you in your position, I wouldn't make those jokes because, and I still do this, even with my fucking 3,000 followers, nothing. I'll tweet something like almost immediately.
Die,
or if someone comes at me,
please.
and this is kind of something that bothered me about our interaction. If someone comes at me,
Oh,
it
wait,
might feel
we did it.
petty, it might
Oh,
feel
sick.
stupid, it might feel
Fuck
dumb
yeah.
that I had to overqualify it to not get that kind of response. But at the end of the day, I'll reflect on it and be like, you know what? Fuck, I actually didn't need to take that jab. I didn't need to take that. That was a low blow. That was unnecessary. Like something stupid is, we were talking about it in chat the other day. When someone comes at me, and an often knee-jerk reaction was, wow, this was unnecessarily shitty. You must be having a lot of problems in your life. I hope they get fucking better. And I don't even like making those comments because I have that moment of empathy that's like, fuck, they might actually have some fucked up shit going on in their life. I probably shouldn't say that. And I delete the tweet because it cost me nothing. Now, maybe if I had a larger platform and I was getting a lot of positive interactions, maybe my feelings would change. I don't know. Maybe that happens for you. So you're like, no, maybe you did think about it. You're like, you know what?
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that is kind of a sexist comment, but fuck it, whatever.
Oh shit! Hello.
When I just feel there are so many bigger issues on the scale of, you know, sexism in women than a woman making a daddy issues joke, you know? Like if we're
Yes,
gonna
there
talk
are, but like
about,
I said, it speaks to a greater view, and I think it's been highlighted in this conversation that you don't view these little things. You don't believe that jokes can reinforce biases, and therefore that you as a person with a massive platform shouldn't be cognizant of.
No, I don't think amongst the intelligible, reasonable class of people, I have a higher expectation for my audience, I guess, that that joke would instill sexism in them. And if it does, if there's anyone in my audience watching this right now that genuinely believes a girl is responsible for her daddy issues because she had a bad, shitty father, and that somehow makes her lesser,
That's not at all
you
what.
can
Oh
follow
my
me. If you
fucking
somehow think
god,
that me
dog!
saying that Trudeau is actually
It's not about the girl being at fault. It's about the girl being some sort of petulant little bitch that just wants to get back at her daddy. That's what the fucking thing is that women are spiteful little cunts that want to fucking attack people constantly and ruin their lives. That's what it's about. It has nothing to do with it being their fault. That their dad is mean to them. It's more like they're just like little harlots. That's what the problem is. That's what the argument is, right? That we don't want to perpetuate that.
acting like a girl with daddy issues makes girls less, you can unfollow me because that's like zero IQ take. You know, that's a ridiculous interpretation of the tweet. And I'm happy to say that. But I genuinely don't feel I need to make that correction. If you saw anyone in my comments below the tweet, anyone interact with it that somehow came away with a more sexist view of the world that you can point to, I would be happy to talk about that and maybe talk about why that individual had that reaction. But I don't think I saw a single person. And I don't think I have, maybe a while ago, but now I don't think I have followers that think like that. And if they do, unfollow me. I don't fucking want you here.
So my overall thought, and I think we've reached our impasse, is that I believe that is something that you should be able to get rid of.
What is something I should be able to get rid of?
That type of joke. Like, it's something that doesn't...
But if my audience all understand it and they're capable...
But you don't know that. You have 400,000 followers. Have you made them all sign some sort of consent form that they can grab? You know what I mean? Like, the bigger you get, the harder that's going to be able to manage. You lose control of it.
You invoked the name of our good friend Steven, our good friend Destiny here, saying that you think he would agree that this...
Hold on, I got the perfect example. Yes, let me set Steven up real quick.
All right.
Steven, you know what's a really funny name? Buttigieg. Do you know why that's funny?
I can think of a few. You know what? It's actually a really good... Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. The judging panel just told me that I cannot intervene in your guys' discussion, and I will not be weaponized as a tool by either.
I'm going to weaponize the shit out of you.
Both
Let me bring this up.
For even trying it.
Do you think that if you didn't know who Mayor Pete was, do you think if someone was named Buttigieg and you called him Booty Judge, that would have some... Yes, there you go. So, our boy Destiny here, and now Hassan Piker, you would assume is a person that has a positive feeling about the gay community, right?
Sure.
Okay. Well, Hassan Piker, leading up to the election in 2020, he was calling Mayor Pete Buttigieg Booty Judge. Can you think about why that would be problematic?
Sure, because he's gay.
Exactly. And so there are now going to be people that take that joke, run with it, and call Mayor Pete Buttigieg Booty Judge. That's a problem. That's not good. It's a funny fucking joke. And if you want to say it, here we go, Destiny. In private, fucking fuck Booty Judge.
I feel like the world would just be lame if we didn't have like Kung Flu, Booty Judge, if we didn't have these things.
So much.
And no one wants to listen to a streamer who speaks to them in this official capacity like they're children. They want to have a streamer or a human being that talks to them the way they talk to their friends. The way that they talk in private.
Jokes. I want edgy jokes. I want people to be able to make edgy jokes and then have the world come to them and say, hey, man, maybe you shouldn't do that. And then we move on. And then we grow and we learn. But instead, we've got this fucked up system where we have people that make the edgy jokes and then the people that try to ruin the lives of the people who make edgy jokes.
What kind of jokes should we be allowed to have?
But the thing is that we live in a world where those jokes do have an impact. And until we fix those, until we ameliorate those issues, we ought to be cognizant of that.
But that's not going to happen. Like, we both know these issues are never going to go away. There is no realm. There is no multiverse of planet Earth where humans still have the same psychology, we're still made the same way, in which these issues of racism, sexism, homophobia, crime, all of it, these things will never go away. So we can't wait for that existence to laugh at the world. We can't. We gotta just keep laughing, otherwise we're gonna be miserable.
Except that isn't the case. Like I said with the jokes, those are things that weigh on minorities. Like, how many times do you think black people who have a group of white friends and that all those fucking white friends make the same dumb fried chicken and collard green jokes? Do you think at some point they're like,
thousands, all right? We're past that.
There are still people who do that.
Our jokes, all right?
Like I can't. I'm ashamed, kind of, because it's like, on one hand, yeah, I was having fun with my minority friends, but on the other hand, how many of them were fucking sick and tired of this? And that is the reality. That's the same for women. It's the same for minorities.
Do you think that Christians are tired of making fun of people making fun of their religion, like you did at the beginning, where you're wearing tights and making fun of Christians being against hypersexualization? Do you think that Christians are tired of that? I'm sure, but I still think you should be allowed to make the joke.
But see, as a former Christian, I completely, I felt that way.
And then these guys.
If I were to defend myself now as a former Christian who still has a lot of respect for religion, and I haven't turned into some militant atheist or any shit like that, I have like a better feeling about jokes on religion and Christianity. Like, I used to get really
so you're
upset
not a Christian anymore, and now you have a better feeling about jokes against Christians?
Yes.
The judges would like confirm and that he's basically walking Lauren into an argument where she can say, well, since I'm a woman, shouldn't I be able to joke about women like you can about Christians? So the judges would like to caution you from that path. Carry on.
Shut up, Destiny. Just let him do it.
What harm are Christians experiencing in comparison to women or black people?
Christians are being oppressed. Like, the Western world is not the only place that exists.
No. Right. We're talking about modern Western world for this, because otherwise women are in way worse.
Within the West, there are a lot of stereotypes about Christians. There are a lot of stereotypes. Yeah, a lot of stereotypes, a lot of hatred towards Christians. I'm sure it causes in fact, I know it causes a lot of social harm in the lives of Christians. They see them as prudish. In fact, this was something, I had a guy in my class when I was in grade 12, and I'm not joking, it was disgusting. He would take a a pen and he would bang it on his desk and say that there was no dick that would fit in me because I was such a prudish virgin Christian girl. I'm not joking, that happened to me when I was in high school. So if you want to talk about how there's no harm against Christians, like,
wait, hold on.
I'm just not gonna have that
To what degree were you being constantly harangued for being Christian?
it wasn't always, but there were absolutely people who came against me and said I was, ignorant for being Christian, that I was so prudish, this and that. That existed, and it does exist. So are we going to judge, like, to what degree are you harassed for being a woman, and that's the degree that people can make jokes against you?
I would feel fairly confident saying that, as a whole, Christians do not experience in the modern age the type of oppression that women do.
So we're allowed to make jokes against people as long as they're not so oppressed. So we
That's
can start making daddy issue jokes as soon as women are equal.
Dude,
like,
the
is
moment
that how
that
it
fucking
works?
my belief is that, and now that I could be wrong, but my belief is that once black people are quantifiably on the same plane, do not deal with the same issues or same shit, I'm gonna be able to call all my friends the N-word and no one's gonna give a fuck.
I didn't piss off Twitch. It was just the Groypers doing a fucking mass report campaign saying that I was being racist towards Russians or some shit.
Because that is usually, if you argue with anyone in the super social justice circles, the reasons you can joke about one thing, can't joke about another, are the levels of oppression, the levels of harm experienced, the quality of life of an individual who's constantly bombarded with those types of stereotypes, jokes, comments.
We can't measure the level of harm done to people. We can't. So the joke you're making right now about Christian sexuality, there are a lot of Christians that are going to be offended by that and upset, and that you're making a joke of their religion wearing tights and a priest outfit.
So actually,
there are going to be a lot of Christians that genuinely feel their religion, you're allowed to joke about it, where you're not as so much allowed to joke about things like Islam. You're not so much allowed to joke about things like Judaism. And their religion, you're just allowed to do as many sketches as you want, as many jokes, shit on it as much as you want. And that's people's God. That's their way of life. And you're allowed to joke about it, but I can't make a joke about women, what I am. I can't make a joke about what I am, but you can make a joke about a faith you don't even adhere to.
Hold on.
Because fuck
so here's the thing. You make a good point. I did not put two and two together. I came here. There's actually logs of me to prove this. So if you doubt it, I asked chat early in the week or before our last debate schedule, should I go with the thigh highs or should I go with the priest outfit? I did not think about how combining the two might come off as commentary in a negative way. And for that, to anyone that saw it, I apologize. I took the panties off. That wasn't the point of the joke. The point of the joke was just to be silly, and I thought it would be funny.
Do you think that maybe I was just trying to be silly? Yes, I get it. It's a contrast. You're making a funny on the stream. I get it, and that's fine. As a Christian, that's fine. Why can't I make a joke as a woman, you
I'm acknowledging the harm.
piece of shit?
I'm acknowledging the harm. You made the comment, you pointed something out, and I said, fuck, you know what? You're right. I realize now how this came off. I am sorry. That's all I'm saying. So all I want from you, I don't want you to fucking delete the tweet or anything like that. What you said earlier in that acknowledgement, that's great. But we're missing the piece where you say, you know what? Yeah, I do have a platform. And I guess there are some points where I should be a little responsible with the types of humor I use because there is some propensity for that to go out into the world in a negative way.
I agree that absolutely there are things I can say that will be taken the wrong way. There are responsibilities I do have to an audience and having a platform. I don't think a daddy joke fits within that threshold. I don't. We'll just disagree there.
All right. I'm good with that stopping point for this
what about
topic.
the Ukraine one? Let's talk about my RPG meme.
Yeah, real quick. Destiny, do you have anything before we move on?
No, the judges are totally fine with how the conversation is going on. You may proceed.
Okay, cool. Can I have a second?
Who are the judges? Is this your multiple personalities? Like, what's happening here?
Oh, so we're gonna make jokes about multiple persons. I didn't say you could leave, Lycan. Hey!
Sean, basically she said that the Prime Minister of Canada was bad because he acts like a little girl and he's telling her not to make jokes like that.
Yeah, okay. Good luck. Don't worry about who the judges are, okay? It's a group of people that I try... Wait, did you just say something?
What is...
Never mind.
What is happening right now?
Into the
Oh, he's
voices.
taking off the outfit.
Okay, yeah. You guys are doing great so far, okay?
Okay, all right.
Even though you chose dog shit topics, but keep up the great work.
Okay, we can be normal again.
I liked the outfit. All right. Let's keep going.
All right. Yeah, so the Ukraine tweet. So I'm going to pull this up if you don't mind giving me a second.
I need more wine. I'll be right back.
How do you feel like it's going so far, Lycan?
I feel pretty good. No, I like I said, I didn't put two and two together with the contrast, and good point on the women joke.
You're doing a great job, okay? Keep it up.
I no, honestly, I see the shit talkers in chat, but I'm always getting at this. But no, I'm feeling good.
don't know why the most dog shit memes are just entertain me so much. I hate myself.
What is this meme that we're looking at?
It's just, I can't even really explain it. It's just so stupid. Don't worry about it. Okay, what do you
I'm
guys are
worried.
up next? What do you guys talk about?
Say Obama. We say that.
No,
from
no,
now
no,
on?
no. I don't need to hear it anymore, okay? Go. Next topic. Who's taking the lead on this?
Obama.
God, I can't stand it. All right. So Lauren says, and I'll link this in chat for the peeps. Oh, Obama, yes. All right. So people putting Ukraine and Russia flags in their Twitter handles, like they're choosing factions in some RPG. To which I replied, "How did you feel about the world raising American flags after 9/11?" To which you said, "The same way I feel about people raising Ukrainian flags, doing it on Twitter behind some Anon account and arguing with another Anon account with a different flag charm while posting memes about the war all day is just fairly galling compared to raising a flag IRL."
That's probably fucking true.
To which I said, except that's not what you said. The response is so nuanced. Anyway, the point is that your follow-up seemed a little way too extra nuanced to be exactly what you meant in the first one.
I think I'm actually, I'm going to end stream here just because this debate's a little bit boring. And there's not a lot to talk about because I can't really go and talk to anyone on Twitch right now. I don't know anyone that streams just to YouTube. So I'm going to end here. I'm going to see if I can't like work hard with some people to get unbanned from Twitch because this is fucking stupid. All right. So peace. I'll catch you guys later.